Greetings, glorious humans, gentle ladies, ladmen, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. This summer, millions of players have already climbed the slime, partied the blocks, and seen the saws in their bid to win it all. And today, 20 lucky contestants will battle it out to decide who will fall by the wayside and who will be crowned Ultimate Champion of Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Now, here are your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Hello everybody, welcome to Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I'm Mary and I'm delighted to be joined by AJ. AJ, can you believe that we are here in this child's fever dream?
I know, they finally done it. They found a way to bring us to this child's fever dream, and I am excited and at the same time horrified. Really. How are you doing?
I believe that's what they were going for, and they've succeeded. And hopefully we'll see a lot of success throughout the day today, because we have an intense 5 full hours of Fall Guy competition coming at you. I laugh because 5 hours of Fall Guys is just the right amount of time.
Oh yeah, 5 hours must be really great, just because sometimes I can't just have enough of Fall Guys all the time. When I go ahead and play Fall Guys, I will never just turn it off with just one round. I'll just keep on going and going and going and going until I just kind of pass out. But anywho, for today's occasion, I think I kind of dressed up really nicely, got a tie, suit, and kind of look like one of those Fall Guys bean guys too. How about you?
You dressed up?
Oh.
Me too.
Oh. There we go. Oh,
I'm
nice.
here,
You
just so
have
you know.
fun, too.
I'm physically in this world.
There we
Just
go.
wanna
There we
be-
go.
I want to clarify. Yeah,
See
this
what
is
you
my relish tie.
A relish tie. I do love relish on my hot dogs, so.
I'm sure you
Nice.
do, AJ.
I
know what you're
really do.
thinking. You're probably thinking, are you a little partial because you're wearing this costume? I mean, body that I have. And the answer is no. Just because I'm part Frankfurter does not mean that I will be swayed towards any one of our amazing competitors today. But we do have a full lineup of tremendous competitors. And I'm really looking forward to how this is going to unravel today. Aren't you, AJ?
I am excited. I never knew how we were gonna do this anyways at the first time, and now we kinda did it, and we're doing it right now, live too, so I'm super excited. I am really excited. So, let's go ahead and see how are we gonna do this whole Fallout tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot to talk about today. We have an entire lineup for you guys today. We have selected 20 incredible Twitch streamers here. Truly the best of the best of the best that agreed to our outrageous terms to participate in this event. And we've split those 20 participants into 5 teams. Each team has an equal amount of players, but not an equal amount of skill. And so, we will learn who has the skills to pay the bills by hurling these naive participants through a series of aggressive competitions to see which team can grab the most crowns. All the teams will play simultaneously for 5 rounds / waves, depending on however you call that. If a competitor grabs a crown, that crown goes towards their team's total. And the team with the most crowns at the end of 5 rounds is determined the winner. What do they win, you ask? Well, AJ, let's meet those competitors.
All right, Mary, let's go ahead and dive right into all these competitors. First, let's introduce our team Pirate. We have them from Southeast Asia and West Coast USA. We got Green Dumpling, Kim Chica, Justin Times, and not the one, but the only Ryan.
They look so good. They look ready to rumble. They look excited to murder. I am excited for them. Who else do we have down the pipe? This looks like Team Wolf to me.
we got Team Wolf. All right, so Team Wolf, we got everyone from East Coast USA. Jer Beagley, Nospimi99, SD89, and Luxy Games.
Dang, I kind of feel like Luxy Games is going to really come out for people's faces today. There's something about the Team Wolf look to them. They look like they're ready to rumble. I do see that there's some underwear on the bottom, but you know, you never know what wolves look like underneath. And I think you have to like pay attention to that. We're more than what we appear. They might be like feisty on the outside, but still tender on the inside. But not today, because they do have to kill to win.
Exactly. You never know what's underneath the sheets until you kind of reveal what's underneath the sheet. Anywho, let's go ahead and check out the next team.
Cool.
All right, so we got Team Hot Dog. We have
right
Bloody
from my
Faster, exactly, Apex Arcade, D-Tune, and Kung Fu Quickness.
I mean,
all right,
there's
Mary,
a lot of good
I know that you're pretty fond of these hot dogs, so
I can't give them any special favor, but I will be observing them because I do like a good hot dog. I'm looking forward to seeing some pretty good moves by Bloody Faster, who is pretty apt at these types of games. But you know, when you are with a team, you just never know if you're going to be the victor or if you're just going to be clinging to just the curtains of success because your team carried you to Victory Town. So we just don't know which of these competitors are going to be, the true kings of this, or whether or not they're just going to be hoping for the best. We'll have to wait and see.
That's right, Mary. We just never know until 5 hours later. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next team. We have Team
This looks like
Pigeon.
Team Pigeon. Woo!
Oh, yes, these rascals. East and West Coast USA. We got Distracted Elf, Parallax Stella, Bonsai Baby, and Technique. Well, you know, Mary, Bonsai is pretty much what I am living for, so I might be rooting for Team Pigeon. I can't root for everybody. I can't root for one team specifically because I'm the host, but I think Bonsai Baby has something within my heart.
Yeah, she's got something up her sleeve, that's for sure. And you know, if you tend to sway one way or the other, it means nothing. So go for it. Because at the end of the day, these competitors have to lay it all on the line. And if they make it or they break it is up to them. Our love, our hearts, our passion mean nothing. All of your chats, worthless. It's really up to the competitors today to determine who's going to win and just lose.
All right. And the last but not the least, we got Team Space. We got Chris Light, Okadrian, Okosinella, and Ray Apollo.
They are shooting for the moon today, but they'll always remain among the stars. Ray Apollo, Okadrian, we got some really amazing competitors on this team. You're not talking rookies. These are seasoned vets. These are people coming for blood. Just because they're wearing fries does not mean that you should be afraid or laugh at them. You can, but it won't save you because they're coming for you. Fries is not messing around.
They don't, sure. You know that some people call those fry costumes Guy Fieri costumes, so we'll never know. Maybe they are really good cooks too.
Take me to Flavortown.
All right. So now that we know all 20 contestants, who's gonna win? I'm really excited to pretty much see who gets the most crowns. What about you, Mary?
I mean, I cannot contain my excitement in this hot dog. There is so much energy in the air today. And while we hang out in this childlike fever dream of a world, I have to say that I am excited for not one, not two. What was that you said, AJ? Not 3, not 4, but 5 full waves of action, action, action. Some of these contestants will fall into the viscous goo of slime. Some of them will never be able to get a tail. Some of them will be smashed hard by falling fruit. But every once in a while, a blind pig catches an acorn. And those are the acorns we are after today. And when I say acorn, I mean crown.
Okay, I was like thinking of what you kind of lost me at the end, but anyways, that was a grand epic speech. I think so, and you should think so too.
Thank you.
Alrighty then. Yes.
Are you ready? We're gonna actually get a nice group shot here, and we're gonna start setting up for the first wave. This is an exciting time for us here because the first wave really tends to determine the feel that we're gonna have for the rest of the event, right? Early crowns,
that's right.
Early losses. It's gonna really determine the morale. So you're gonna start to see some of these teams start to make early advances. So I'm excited to see what kind of action we have for us. Also, when you play this game, you never know what events we're going to have because they're randomized.
That's right.
So I can't tell you what these competitors are gonna face today. And if they do face the same slime climb 8 times in a row, that's what fate had in store for us today.
True. And you never know which team is really good for something. Sometimes some people might be really good at catching tails. Sometimes maybe people are good at just jumping hexagons. You never know.
I know I am,
it's
AJ.
gonna be really excited. Yeah, I love jumping. But I'm really
What's your
excited
favorite?
to see.
What do you think you like kind of feel? Which one is like kind of your vibe? The one you feel like you succeed in?
I love hexagon most. I don't know. It's about just jumping. You know, I like just jumping all over the place. So I've been jumping all over the place since I was a kid. So I think that's what got me. That's what got me trying to get that the best. Ooh, and there we go.
I'm not a really good jumper because I'm a hot
everybody
dog.
queuing in.
Here they are, all of your competitors at a glance. I hope you like this screen because it is extremely difficult for production to get it together. So this is the beauty shot. This is really what we're after today. This is not an easy thing to show. This takes a lot of effort here. We have a lot of competitors simultaneously dropping in, hot dropping in, and what you're actually looking at are these streamers' live streams because they're streaming too today. So if you see any of these streamers and you're like, I kind of want to see it from their POV, you can actually do that right now. They are watching, but don't leave this stream because it costs us a lot of money.
Please watch the stream. But also, it will be interesting if you guys can go ahead and go talk to other streamers, talk in chat saying, hey, Team Wolf got the crown, or kind of get them on the toes. I think that would be some interesting show too.
Right, you
But
are,
anywho,
AJ.
it seems
We
like
have a lot of
everybody
hot
has
competitors. Looks like they're dropping in.
Oh,
We're gonna get going here.
right. So now we got Bloody Faster D-Tune, Aphex Arcade, and Kung Fu Quickness. Let's see. Race to the finish.
Now, it looks like
I love this.
Looks like
I
we're currently
love this
observing
stage.
D-Tune from Team Hot Dog. They are running around on the wave. It looks like he has avoided a butt slap here from, oh, nope, they got him in the end there. You know, you have to be really careful for the second wave of butt slap. And he's got smacked into victory. He's actually into an early lead. Yeah, sometimes a good butt slap actually gets you to the head of the pack. Now, he is having trouble climbing the cheese here. Let's see how he goes here.
And that's right. Maybe sometimes butt slaps, it's kind of too hard. Maybe he couldn't stand up because his butt was a little too painful. But he gets it. He goes smoothly going in through all these little fans going around, not getting his
tremendous effort through the fan there. Now, he is going to go for the center fan. This is a huge risk.
There you go. And he gets knocked off. Oh, no.
We are currently watching Bloody Faster. We have switched gears here. Bloody Faster from Team Hot Dog running around on the fans here. She has a good jump here. You don't want to get smacked off here because you will go backwards if you get smacked. Oh, she did not make it. Panicked at the disco.
She dodged the smacks, but she still goes down.
Gonna make it.
She's
That's
gonna
kind of how I feel when I
Looking for those shorts. Looking for those shorts.
Oh
my god.
It's a disaster.
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh my god, it's really hard to watch.
I'm gonna
Oh my goodness. Anyone can go through the top 42 qualified.
You're good, you're good,
it seems
you're
like
good.
he's
Oh, she's got. Oh my
Bloody
god.
bastard.
I'm not making it.
He's having
Saving
some
Private Ryan called. They want their opening scene back. This is truly a disaster. She's got to make up for it here, folks. She's going to have to go for the dive.
I'm
No!
What? Is she gonna make it?
Oh, you're not in? You're not in.
Oh no, she's just getting smacked left and right.
I think she's
That's
really
kinda
let it
reminding
go.
me of my childhood. Oh no, and she is now eliminated.
You must have been a naughty boy, AJ.
I was.
I'm excited.
I was super naughty.
I can't believe it. We saw a couple qualified. We saw a couple not make it. They can't all be winners here, can they, AJ?
Unfortunately not. Life is tough and Fall Guys is life. Sometimes you can't make it, but you gotta still keep it through and just walk forward.
That's right.
Such
What a
tough
positive
life,
outlook
though.
you have on losing. And you're going to really need that today because there's going to be a lot of losses. And we have to look towards the positives. Who are the winners today? Because you don't need everyone on your team to make it through. You just need a few. We're already on another one here. We got Okadrian currently on the topsy-turvies. These are the ones where if you have too much weight on one side, they fall down. Looks like he's going to go easy win all the way
That was
qualifying.
an easy win. Top
Oh,
10.
he's messing with
It seems
us.
like he is going to be grabbing other people around waiting. I don't know if that's going to be positive
It's a
for
good
him
strategy.
or negative for him. You never know.
Let's see how he handles this Fry guy coming at him. He's making sure Ray Apollo gets in. Now that's good teamwork. See, what you're seeing here are
That
two
is a
completely
teamwork.
different team members on the same team looking out for each other. If one Fry gets in, it's not good enough. You want both Fry guys to get in. But we still got Chris Light from Team Space. What's he up to? He's still on there.
waiting.
He's a...
Oh no, is he gonna be that one fry that's in the bag that you just completely forget? Or is he gonna be making it out just to have that delicious fry? Oh, it seems like he's gonna be making it, but barely.
It's a close call!
And he makes it!
Qualified. What's really amazing about these first couple rounds here is that you don't have to be the first through. You don't even have to be in the first 30. Just as long as you qualify, you're in, baby, and then you can try again. We're looking at Luxy Games here from Team Wolf. This looks to be a tail grab situation here. So this is a team tail grab, which means you don't have to have a tail, but you do want one because the team with the most tails is safe, and the team with the least tails is eliminated.
Eliminated! Oh no! I thought their name's Team Wolf. They will be really good at their tail grabbing. Usually wolves or dogs kind of go chase after their own tails, and maybe that's what happened here and just got eliminated.
It's true. It's true. Both of those animals have tails. It's a shame that they were not able to actually obtain that qualification, that Q, if you will. And so now we're going to have to see what's coming up next. We've already seen a couple of limbs and we've seen a couple of victories. We are currently looking at Bonsai Baby, Technique, Distracted Elf, Parallax Stella, hanging out. Oh, it looks like they're going to be playing Egg Grab.
Oh,
This is a really good one.
no.
Another team-based activity here. You got to grab the eggs, put them in your basket. Now, the golden eggs in the center, pay attention to those. They're worth 5 eggs.
Oh my goodness. And those gold eggs, you never know. Sometimes it's just, everybody just goes after those golden eggs and you just
Oh,
can't.
they're special.
Ooh, yeah, oh, yeah. I love my golden eggs too. Usually I have 2, but maybe 3 might be better. You never know. And look at
You're
them
going to
going
see a
after
dog
all
pile
those
here for the golden eggs. Yeah, you know, they're very beloved and they're nice. So you're seeing a little bit of a dog pile here in the center. There's a lot of beans going after a lot of eggs. The devs really liked round objects in this game, and you can really see it playing off here. It's hard to really see, but you know, there appears to be a huge advantage to Team Red with a whopping 24 eggs. Team Yellow has got work to do.
But I see all these teams ganging up on Team Yellow, just stealing their eggs. Poor precious eggs. You never know. It's sad, these kind of games, you just kind of, everybody decides on which team to pick on, and then everybody just goes on it. And it seems like Yellow has been decided to be picked on. And it's unfortunate because I love Team Yellow, but it seems like Team Yellow is not that popular amongst the Fall Guys community. And
we got 40 seconds left. You never know what can happen. Any color can win here. They're all good colors. They're all good colors, AJ. We got Bonsai Baby from Team Pigeon here in the nest. She's in the baby nest here, looking for some eggs.
Just looking back.
I believe she's protecting the eggs currently. Protecting. You got a little bit of an elbow rumble going on down here. You can see some of the pile driving action trying to get those eggs. Not only do you have to grab the egg, but you have to get out of the pit. And this is quite difficult to do when somebody's jabbing your insides with a pen. which is, I assume, what's happening.
Kind of so. And also, and they are qualified. There we go. Kind of
Team
them
Red.
running around those eggs. It kind of looked like children playing in a ballpark, but they're definitely the winner for sure.
Good to see Technique pulling out a W there. He's very happy about that, but we are still going here. We have another tail grab situation here. Now, this is grab a tail to qualify, I believe what we're seeing here. So this is not team-based. What you need to do is have a tail to qualify. And we have, yes, this is it. Justin has a tail. He has to avoid getting his tail snagged. Oh my God, it's snagged!
Snagged. So this
Without
is going to be the
consent,
interesting
he grabs the tail.
part. Oh, there we go. Grab it back. Oh no, he does it. I'm wondering if
got a
the
new
two
tail.
teams are gonna, the team within each other, they're gonna be snagging tail within each other, or they're gonna kind of do like a team play where they all collect tail and then kind of protect their tails among within each other, or
Yeah,
are they gonna
absolutely.
kind of backstab each other and just try to get the tail and get the crown?
Listen, this is a team effort. At the end of the day, if you're grabbing a tail from someone on your team, you are not doing yourself any favors because you want as many of your teammates at the end as possible. So what you're gonna see here are the teammates protecting each other, but also protecting their own tails. Now, this is Team Pirates. I do assume that they have some kind of experience getting booty, so they should be able to pull out some qualifications here. Oh my God, stolen in the last 7 seconds. How embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is it. 2 seconds. He needs a tail. He needs a tail.
Eliminated. Oh no! At the last second. Well, Pirates are good at getting booty, but they're not used to being get at. I guess I don't know if that's
Not this time.
right term, but nuh-uh.
Snagged, stolen, pickpocketed, embarrassed, laid down, and now we head to soccer. For Team Space, we're gonna look at some soccer action here. Now, this is again a team sport. Most goals win.
Come on,
And what
dog.
you're gonna see here is some people playing D,
Let's go.
some people playing offense. I believe that we are looking at Okadrian playing some D here. He's making sure he doesn't get any balls near him.
Another?
Now, this is funny
go,
because there's
baby.
a lot of them where you want to make sure that you push the ball forward. In this one, you do not want the ball in that goal. You want to avoid it. So Okadrian is going to keep it away. It looks like it's been on Team Yellow for some time now. So hopefully we'll see some action in a little bit here. Currently, Okadrian doing nothing. There we go. Ray
Exactly.
Apollo.
They're both just not doing anything. They're just asking the teams to do
cannot
their
go
job.
for the 40
Oh, there we go.
second
We're
DM.
having some D action going in. Let's see.
I love the D
nice
action.
headbutt.
Here we go.
Okay.
Now, what's cool
Okay,
here
here we go.
is that you're going to see some people who are just really not the main participants in their team, but they will still get that W. We don't all have to be the amazing victors here. We don't all have to be the king of the team. You just have to make sure that you pull out a good W. We do have 4-0 here.
Can you believe a miracle?
all they have
And
to do
we have a football win
football.
and qualify. There we go. Seems like Ray Apollo's popping off, saying we're the winner. And I think they are gonna go to the last round, right? So that might be a pretty interesting match.
Yeah, this is a really cool time. We are now looking at the final crown action here. Technique, getting ready, stretching, touching those toes. He's got to run up this hill. They have to be the first to grab the crown. There can only be one, AJ.
Only one, that's right. And there are 2 tiers, so maybe one person can actually try to bother everybody, grab people down, make them slide backwards, while the other kind of go ahead and
smacked by a
Oh no, the golden balls! It is coming right down, all the balls smacking each other, but he's still standing strong, going straight. Can we
This could be
see
it.
the
He's got to avoid the
grab?
bum slapper here. You don't want to get bum slapped here. This is not good. Oh, smacked,
Oh, no, you got
but he's
slapped.
still good.
Oh no, the toucan's there. Can the pigeon get the crown? Oh, he missed. Crown. Technique. Team Pigeon gets the crown first. Look at that. That is some action that I was waiting for.
What you're seeing now is the first crown for Team Pigeon, brought to you by Technique. What an incredible technique we're seeing.
Oh, and Team Space has lost its
Oh,
crown. Unfortunately,
my
so close. So
goodness.
close.
Okadrian could not pull out that crown for his team this time, but we're not done yet. We still have a lot of rounds to go. There will be additional opportunities to see people grab some crowns, but no gold. No gold to team this time.
No gold, not yet. So that was great seeing Team Pigeon gets the round first. That was amazing. I didn't know you can get a crown that fast. When I play Fall Guys, usually it takes me like 2 hours to get one crown. So I just gotta give them a hand.
These are seasoned vets, AJ. These people don't
That's
just
right.
play once in a while. These people have not put this game down. Some would say it's not healthy, but we're gonna keep going for 4 more hours because that's what we've decided to do today. So we've already seen Technique pull out an early crown. This is very exciting, giving Pigeon an early lead here. We already have Pigeon with 1 crown, a lot of non-crowns here. So this is a very beginning of today's competition.
All right, and it seems like we're gonna have a cool highlight coming up. What kind of crazy
let's
action
take a
we
look.
saw on screen on Wave 1. All right, we got just in time. Oh, the last hill grab. That was painful to watch.
We don't have to worry about this.
Oh, and
That was
we
embarrassing.
got Ray Apollo
This is
for
the
jumping.
Qualifikai. That's right. And now here is Technique with his crown victory. Let's take another look here. So here he goes past the Bum Slapper 3000. Now, this is an important part. You can't get smacked here. It looks like he does, and that's unfortunate, but it doesn't stop him because the Toucan did an early jump. Technique, come out with that crown.
And his pressure just got Toucan to just jump straight up a little too early. And that's how he got that crown. It's just amazing seeing that pressure can work in many ways. And,
It's true,
Oh my
AJ.
goodness.
He really does. You have to be able to handle the pressure. You have to be able to be calm, even under the most extreme circumstances. That's how you pull out a crown in Fall Guys. And we really got to see it even when he got slapped by that Bum Slapper 3000, which was, in fact, invented by Beatrice Puncher to lose weight quickly. Now invented and put back into Fall Guys to make sure that these contestants have to really go through it to pull out that victory. And it was incredible to see Technique do it with such success. I was very impressed watching him today, and I look forward to seeing our other contestants up their game a little bit, because if they want to pull out that crown, they're gonna have to really earn it.
They do. All right, let's go ahead and check out the leaderboard once again. And look at that. We got Team Pirates.
We
and
missed it.
Team
Team
Pigeon.
Pirates has a crown, and Team Pigeon has a crown. So currently, we have 2 of our 5 teams with early leads. This is an exciting time for our teams, right? They're probably back there boosting morale, doing those things in the locker room that you see in those important like football films. They're getting hype. They're getting the hype on, and they're getting
yeah,
excited
it's all the-
because this isn't over.
Because I remember those high school days. We all slap our butts all the time, trying to get that boost going up. I'm assuming they're doing that virtually as well.
Did you play a lot of football in high school, AJ?
I was a baseball guy. Unfortunately, we do not see that much baseball, but something similar all the time. You get to be the ball in this kind of game. And I guess I am actually liking that more now rather than hitting the ball.
I mean, it's true. It might not be baseball, but my God, are there balls in Fall Guys. And so you're going to see some of the same elements. You have to be frosty. You have to be quick. You have to be able to handle the pressure. And you have to be able to grab that crown, just like baseball.
That's right. Just like baseball. Those ball grabbing days.
Let's not go
Anywho.
too far back memory lane here. I remember that my grandfather was a baseball. It's amazing. My parents were a little confused when I came out as a hot dog, but here we are.
Must have been a crazy drama when that came out, but I guess everything just settled and you turned out really fine with a nice tie. It's
My
It's great
personal
to see you
matters
here.
are none of your business, AJ.
well, that's true. That is true. All right. Well, speaking of personal matters, we do have other pre-recorded segments going on too. With
We do. And before we get to those, I want to talk to you a little bit about your personal life again, because I really enjoy getting in there.
why?
I heard that you
Why
just
would you-
recently
why
got a
would you do
Japanese
that?
passport. Why are you getting a Japanese passport,
that's
AJ?
right. So everyone, I got my Japanese passport. Yes, I am a Japanese citizen, and I'll be moving back to Japan early next month. So that is very exciting.
That is exciting. I'm really excited for you. It's a really cool time for you to go to Japan. And now you're going to be hanging out with your rents again, right? Going back to the old parents as you get going, and then figure out where you want to stay. Is that right?
Exactly. I would be staying with my parents. It's interesting that I'm going back to my parents' place when I'm turning 30, but it's going to be interesting, and Japan's full of fun, and we'll see what turns out. Maybe I might stay there a little longer, or maybe find a house for myself. We'll see. We'll see. Have you been to Japan?
They say you can't go home again, but if AJ can go and move back in with his parents at 30, you can.
That's right. No shame in that. I call
mean,
that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
Let's go check out some commercials. Oh, we got more replays here coming at you. This is exciting.
This
love
is when the
seeing
Team
some more.
Pirate qualified. How did that happen? So he gets knocked over. However, he qualified as a winner. And we see Green Dumpling just completely in awe. Green Dumpling doesn't
even
know
him
what
winning?
happened too.
I feel like he fell into the viscous goo and he was watching somebody else grab the crown. Kind of sounds like Green Dumpling did not pull out the crown there for his team, but he did because he's the winner. He must have been the last to die, which can happen in that area.
And Green
right?
Dumpling
It's not
must
actually
be the
about you
true
grabbing the
pirate.
crown. It's true. He was the one who survived the longest. Now, if you remember, if the one that looks like bees and stuff, where you like fall on the little platforms, you don't grab a crown in that one. You just have to die last. So in this situation, it kind of seems like Green Dumpling just found a way to die last, and good for him, able to just not die.
Isn't that life in general? You just try not to die. You just survive every day. You try to die last, and that's pretty much what he did. So.
It's true. It's how I compare myself to all my friends. My goal is to just outlive them. And on their graves, I will say I won.
Anywho, let's go ahead and see these. There are other pre-recorded segments, and let's go ahead and check those out.
We'll be right back.
Getting to know the players. Who are you?
My name is Aphex. I am a full-time variety streamer on Twitch.tv. You can find me over at twitch.tv/AphexArcade and also at twitter.com/AphexArcade.
My name is Naspemi99. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter.
Hey, I'm Stella Chung, and you can find me with my handle ParallaxStella, which is pretty much everything across the board. Twitch.tv/ParallaxStella and at ParallaxStella at Twitter.
Hi, well, I'm Chris Slight, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Chris Slight and twitter.com/Chris Slight. Those are the places I am.
My name is Ryan. Yes, I actually do have two N's in my name, so cheekily I like to go by the only Ryan. You can find me on Twitch Monday through Friday from at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'm here in the Bay Area.
Kung Fu Quickness. You can find me at Twitter/Kung Fu Quickness. Pretty much anywhere. If you search Kung Fu Quickness, you'll find me.
My handle is Luxy Games, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Luxy Games or any social media at Luxy Games. I'm on all of them. It's exhausting.
My name is Technique. You can find me at twitch.tv/Technique. On Twitter, it's Technique TV, and YouTube is Technique TV.
Hello, I am Okosinella. I wear a fez, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Okosinella. Or you could probably find me somewhere else.
Hi, my name is Jenny Wyndham. I'm also known as Kimchika online, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Kimchika, and I'm super excited to be playing Fall Guys today.
Dtune, twitch.tv/Dtune.
Esty. On Twitch, I go by SD89. You can pretty much find me every single day of the week. We usually start around 10 a.m. Eastern. And you can find us right on twitch.tv/SD89. And we specialize in indie games.
Hi, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf.
Hey everyone, my name is Adrian Fe, also known as Okadrian. You can find me on all socials at Okadrian, including Twitch at Okadrian, PayPal at Okadrian. Keep the latter in the mind, please.
Hello, I am Bloody Faster, and people can find me at twitch.tv/bloodyfaster.
Hello everybody, my name is Bonsai Baby. I am Bonsai Baby on Twitch. You can usually find me on Twitch being very loud and obnoxious.
So my name is Ray Apollo. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. You can find me at Ray Apollo just about everywhere. That's RAYAPOLLO, no space. Because if you use a space, you get a creepy clown. I'm just a clown that plays video games.
Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. We'll be right back after these messages.
Never dreamed anybody could kiss that away, bring me bliss that away. What a kiss that away, what a wonderful feeling to feel that away. Tell me, where have you been all my life? Oh, hot diggity dog, ziggity boom, what you do to me? It's so new to me. What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom, what you do? When you're holding me tight. What you do to me? Get over me. What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me when you're holding me tight? Oh, hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me? All my future will shine. Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me from the moment you're mine? Hot dog.
Getting to know the players. How long have you been streaming?
About 3-ish years.
Since November of 2015.
I've been streaming for a little over 4 years now.
I first started streaming in 2014, I want to say.
I've been streaming for about 7 years. It's been a really long time.
I want to say a little bit over 3 years now, maybe about three and a half years or so.
A little over 2.5 years, I'll say.
Oh gosh, I think about 3 years.
4 years, coming up in August.
Roughly for 6 years. I've been a partner on Twitch for 5.5 years.
A little over 2 years now.
Since about 2011, on and off. It's a lot of fun, play a lot of indie games.
For 5.5 years.
9 years now I've been streaming. So just after Twitch became Twitch.
6 years? About 6 years. I would say 8 years now.
For about 7 years now, something like that. It's been such a long time that I've kind of forgotten how long it's been.
And now, Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout returns with your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Welcome back to Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I'm Mary, and I'm delighted to be joined by Hi Guy, also known as AJ, which I will now call you from now on. How's it going, AJ?
Thank you. I am doing great. By the way, how are you beating the heat? What is... I thought you were a hot dog.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This pineapple does not convey on green screen as well as I was hoping it would.
I was thinking you were a cake or like a cream, and then I just realized something's disappearing between the distance of this whole reality. Well, it's crazy, but you look nice though.
I look like a ghost egg, AJ. I do not look great.
Oh, yes, you do.
But we're just gonna commit. But... We're gonna commit to the bit here because I've ordered this pineapple, and God damn it, I'm gonna wear it. Let's talk about something else besides my head.
All right, something else indeed. Let's also, speaking of which, we're wearing all these costumes, and how are you beating
You're wearing costumes. This is who I am.
Summer? Well,
you know, it's really
true.
easy to beat the heat when you're not really going outside much, AJ. I find that the best way to beat the heat is to close all the windows, cover them in sheets and pillows so that no light comes through, pop a couple pills of vitamin D, and then have aircon and fans on me while I just sit at my computer. It's actually a lot like winter in that way.
That's
How do you
true.
beat the heat?
Yeah, same here. I just stay home and play video games wherever though, because I'm staying inside the most of the time. I feel like I have gained some weight, and that's a little sad part. Do you have any good indoor activity to kind of lose that weight?
Well, you can't go wrong with Kegels, but I'm sure there's lots of different ways that we can all lose weight in this summer heat and enjoy the experience that is summer. Whatever it is out there. I haven't seen much of it, but we do enjoy this environment that we're in today. I actually really like being here with you. This is a beautiful, pristine environment that they have created for us that we are quite literally in right now. And I'm excited to do this with you. I'm excited to start round 2 with you, which we will do very soon. But before we start the round, we have to talk about who's ahead and who's not ahead. So we're gonna have to take a look at that leaderboard so we can see who's actually obtained a crown. And as you can see from here, we have Team Pirates with 1 crown, and we have Team Pigeon with 1 crown. And we also have several teams with 0 crown.
That's right. I do hope everybody else starts catching up as well. I think they kind of needed to get that warm-up ready, right? So some people are warming up, some people was already warmed up, I can see. And Team Pirates, as a pirate can be, stole that crown somehow, and that was a great win
Swiggity
too.
swooty, he came for that booty and he got it. Now, Pigeon was able to snag a crown as well, but Team Space, Team Hot Dog, they got a little bit of upping to do. Here, as you can see, our contestants getting ready for the next round. They are loose, they are ready, they are spicy, and you can watch them as well because they are live streaming currently. That's right, we have a lot of live streams simultaneously, all being sucked into some machine, and magically, here they all are for you today. I like to consider it magic because I would assume that that's rude to the producers who put a lot of effort into making sure that this actually works technically. And they're dropping in.
And there we go. Everybody starts dropping in. Seems like everybody's kind of ready. Let's see who will be getting that crown. You never know. Let's see. Everybody's still falling. It seems like everybody hasn't joined yet.
You got any
excited.
favorites out there? Anybody that you're looking forward to watching on this round?
Right now, I'm actually getting hungry, so Team Hot Dog sounds great. Really good.
You got at least 1 more hour until our lunch break, AJ, so rein it in. I'm really looking forward to seeing Ray Apollo out there. I feel like he was getting real nice and loose. I felt like he was ready to warm up, and now he's ready to go. And so I'm very excited to see what Team Space gets into this round. We're going to need to see some crowns coming up here soon, or they're going to be too far behind. Oh, it's DoorDash. This is a exciting level because you never know who's going to actually pull out a win here. The reality here is just because you got through one door doesn't mean you're going to find the next door. And if you smash into a door that actually doesn't let you get through, you can find yourself far behind. We're watching Team Wolf Luxy Games here. Let's see how she does, AJ.
All right, let's go. Is she going to be lucky or not? Let's go ahead and see if she jumps in. And she was lucky. She has the right choice. And let's go ahead. Let's watch if she gets the right choice again. Sometimes,
oh,
no, that's right. Sometimes
she got lucky
hit you
with the
hard
left
like
door.
that.
She's gotten lucky actually twice now, where the doors that she happens to be on the left have been opening up for her. But you have to be able to pivot. You have to be able to move where the doors are. It looks like everyone crowding in that right door here. It is a mess. It is an absolute bean pile down here.
And it's interesting. Sometimes when it gets small, when the doors just kind of get smaller and smaller and smaller, you start seeing all these people dogpile each other, just like when you go ahead and watch a Black Friday sale going on right now. And it seems like SD89 has qualified.
That's right. We are at our limit here. It looks like hopefully most of our contestants did qualify. Let's take a look at Bloody Faster, Detune, Apex Arcade, and Kung Fu Quickness as they take on, it looks like another windmill round. This is the one where you have to balance. Oh no! We're having some issues with Bloody Faster. She's got to get up there. She's got to get up there.
There we go.
They're gonna fix
that. Her body is wide. It is round. It does not jump high, but she found a way to get in there with an easy qualification. Detune having some issues here. He's got to put some weight on the left so that he can jump through. You got to be able to balance those. You can't just run through. You have to balance your way. Looks, how many more
go
qualifications do we have here? His screen is in the way, so it's a flash finish. I can't tell if he's gonna qualify or not.
But he made it, and that's what's important. He has qualified, and we still got
Apex Arcade, Team Hot Dog here. We only have less than 10 slots available. He's gonna have to race it to make it here. Let's see how he oh my god, he really needs to get through. This is gonna be a flash finish. I don't know. Oh my god.
Is he gonna be the last 40?
It's the last!
That's amazing. Wow, that was incredible. The last
I've never seen someone
finish right
squeeze out a victory like that. Oh my god, but he does pass for his team. We are now watching Bonsai Baby on Team Pigeon. She is in the whirlwinds. You don't want to get hit by one of these fans. It will send you flying. Now in this section, she's got to go up the ramp but not get hit by this fan. It will send her off the fan. She is all the way out. She has to go around again. Don't want to get hit there. Let's see if she takes the middle or the side ramp. She's going for the side ramp, which I think is smart here.
That's right. That's right.
Jump.
Going for this, like sometimes if you go for the middle, you never know if you're gonna get hit or not. If you have the skills, maybe you can go through it, but it's kind of risky trying to take that luck.
It's a huge risk. Huge risk.
Okay, but if she's gonna jump, no, she couldn't dodge that, but she's okay. She's okay. She's still got more 10 people more to go, and she could.
She's got to pull out a victory here. She's got to be able to jump here. She keeps getting booty smacked here. It's a shame. You hate to see it. Now she's just falling to her doom, panicking under the pressure, and eliminated. She could not handle it.
Unfortunately, she is eliminated. However, the other people in the team member seems like she qualified, so it's still good. It's still an okay.
That's the thing here. She can make a huge mistake, and her team can still pull out a crown, and she can still kind of hang on to that glory as if it was hers, even though we know she did nothing. Okadrian here on the balancing beams. He's got to put more weight on the left so that he can progress here. It's really hard when you see everybody else not doing what
It's really
needs to be
hard
done.
because sometimes all these other people are getting greedy too, and you're trying to be the nice person and try to get that weight so you can go through, and everybody else starts just jumping in, and you just get like this. You get screwed over like Okadrian.
A sad loss for Okadrian. Unfortunately, he is out, but we are still progressing here with the people who made it through to the next round. We're currently watching the only Ryan with Team Pirates. Now, this is a hoarder mentality. You have to have all the balls in your area. It looks like Red has 2 balls, maybe about to lose a ball here. If you have the least amount of balls, you are eliminated, the entire team. So you have to work together here to make sure you have all the balls. There is a fight for balls here. This is a ball war, classic ball war. I've seen it before, I'm seeing it again. It's a ball war.
Like they finally got that third ball. Now it's just keeping them in that horde, but you never know. The Team Pirates are really hoarders for sure. So they should be really good.
Yeah, they're doing great.
I don't know. And they are qualified as Team Pirates should be.
That's right. They're pulling out all the stops here. I saw a couple topless boppers out there using the top of their heads to push the ball forward and thus securing their victory. We're going to move on here. We are seeing a lot of people who have been cut. We only have ST89 on Team Wolf alive here. He is the last for his team. Let's see if he can actually pull out all the stops. He's got to commit and make sure that he's on the right platform here. Oh, is he observing? Is he not playing anymore?
He is observing. I think he was eliminated as well, unfortunately.
Shame. We are on the roundabout. Now, this is a really good level. I think this is one of my favorite levels that I've seen them make. You basically see the entire area rotate, and as it's rotating, there'll be holes and there'll be obstacles in your way. If you fall, you're out. They have to stay on top. They have to navigate all these different little beads that you see around, the bouncing beads. You gotta jump across these giant, oh my God, oh my God.
Look at his hands, technique, getting that qualification.
Again,
That
just
was a
absolutely
nice
inspiring to watch.
That surely was. Now let's see if Ray Apollo, Okadrian, Oko, Cinella, and Chris Light. Oh, Chris Light seems like he is eliminated, but they are still. We got 3 members here. Team Space. They can keep up the good work.
Ray Apollo dodging those beads here. He looks like he's in a decent spot, but he's got to keep going. He's also got to dodge the other players who can grab him and hold him and actually take them down with him. It's pretty dramatic. You got to be able to pull it all out here. This is a very stressful experience with qualification. Good
and
for Ray Apollo.
Round is over. So this team space is probably going to go to the final round, trying to get that final crown. Let's see what round is he going to get? Hexagon or run up? But we can also go ahead and check out Kimchika Green Dumpling just in time and the only Ryan. Let's see what match are they going to get next.
Yeah, you never know. And we're still early on in this competition. I don't believe we're at the final just yet. We're going to see another one here. This is one we haven't seen before in the competition so far. It's kind of like a memory game slash try it before you buy it tile switcher, and it's pretty rude because what happens is if you step on the wrong tile, it disappears and you fall into the viscous goo. But if it's the right tile, it highlights and you can keep going. You have to continue to try and get the correct tile, but towards the end, as you can see here, you don't want to fall, because if you fall at this stage, it may be too late to cross into victory. So you're seeing everybody currently.
Everybody's like human emotion right here. Everybody's pushing each other. Look at the only Ryan has pushed his own teammates to go forward. It's
a risky move. Let's see how it pays out for him. So now you're seeing people running around. You gotta see, somebody's gotta get to the edge here. They both fell! They both fell! This could be it! Eliminated! Colin.
And the round is over. Did everybody get eliminated? Oh, there we go. This must be the final round.
Okay, one person just fall. That's
maybe
it.
not.
That's all you gotta do.
Maybe not.
No, I think this is still not the final round. This is a different team with qualification. So we're seeing D-Tune just qualifying here on the roundabout. That's one where you have to jump and duck at the same time in order to qualify. And he did it. So now we have 12 qualified on this side. It's pretty crazy. It's been a round of ups and downs here. And now we're gonna see Kung Fu Quickness from Team Hot Dog. Let's see what he's playing now. This is the final round here, and they are going to go up the ramp for the crown. Let's see how Kung Fu Quickness does it.
Yes. Can Kung Fu Quickness get that crown for Team Hot Dog? Can we get that relish on top? You never know, but let's see. Oh, but he does start from the back, and that's a little bit of a delay, but we'll see.
He's all right. He's all right. He's up to a good start here. We're going to see him run around. He's going to go towards the balls with the fans here. He's got to be able to dodge the balls, but you can actually get some boost from the fans. He's avoiding the balls perfectly. He's doing a great job. He's actually ahead of the pack now. I believe he's first. He's moving around on the balls. He's dodging on the corners. He's got to avoid the bum slappers here now. He's got to avoid them. He can't get hit right now, because if he does, he will come out. He won't be first on the top. He's got some competition. He's on first. He's the first to get around. He's got to see if the crown goes down. Get the crown. Grab it. Has it. Hot Dog with the pull. Incredible job. Incredible job. First crown for Hot Dog. He did get that relish. Oh my God, and we're off to another final here. We got last one standing with Distracted Elf. This is yours. Tell me about some strats here that you need to employ to win here, AJ.
All right, so first, you want to go ahead and for the couple rounds, you can go ahead and do the strats Distracted Elf is doing by jumping each tile at a time to try to get that, pretty much have the tile as long as possible. However, you can also go ahead and run.
Run! Dive! She needs to dive!
Yes,
she needs to dive to stay in the game!
That was a close call. The other strat
It was unfortunate to see her fall through 8 rounds of tiles there. They did not expect to see that.
However, though, now she actually has an upper hand. Now, if she just keeps on surviving this last round, a lot of people are going to start falling, and if they can't find a tile to land on, they all just... Oh! And she misses the last jump!
Mistakes were made, and that wasn't a limb. We have nobody, no crowns there, but we did see a delightful Hot Dog victory there, which was beautiful to see. We're going to look at Ray Apollo now, also on Last Man Standing. He's got a good technique here. Let's see how he pulls it off. He's in the purple round.
Oh, we hear the teams just pretty much hyping each other up, just keep the morale going. Beautiful. That's right. The first, pretty much the other strategy is when you're in the top, just go ahead and run around. Just delete all the tiles and then start jumping at the very end. And that's what Ray Apollo is doing
You're a video
right
game
now.
player right now.
It seems like
Yeah,
it's
right
going
you are,
really
AJ.
well.
You're seeing a lot of interesting strats here. You can also not just jump to try and make the tile last as long as you want. You can also run as many tiles over as you can, thus giving less tiles for your opponents. There's a two-parter to this type of strat. You want to be able to save the tiles when you can, but remove tiles so that your opponents, when they fall to their deaths. Because this isn't about getting the crown, this is about living the longest. Now, what you're seeing here are competitors running over each other's tiles on purpose to get them out of the game. He's out, fell through a hole.
Ray Apollo, he could have jumped in a little early and then start out with the very end, but he wanted to stay on top a little longer. We still have
two other competitors here, right? Is this?
Oh, no, I think they're all eliminated, yep.
Oh, we're just observing the end here. There is nothing. Nothing for this team. They might be victors in their hearts, but in this game, losers, no crowns, no victories, no kings among men.
So sad. It seems like Team Space just stayed in space, couldn't find any planet.
You know,
And we're
they
back.
can't all be winners. We can't have winners
That's
every time, can we, AJ?
No, we can't. And that is all about Fall Guys. You just try to run and try to not fall, which is surprising because the game is called Fall Guys, but the whole main goal is try not to fall. And unfortunately, it seems like a couple of the team took that literally with the title saying, I might need to fall, and just jumped in. And got
What a
eliminated.
poignant thing to say. It's so true. Really, they can't call it Don't Fall Guys. I think that they said that was too long when they came up with the name, and thus we have Fall Guys. It was unfortunate for many, but victory for some. And we did see Team Hot Dog pulling out a crown at the last minute on this round. And this is exciting here because we're seeing that even though a lot of people didn't make it, even past the first round this time, there was still a crown amongst them. So we got a lot of crowns coming around here, and they're in various teams. This is exciting times here going on. Team Hot Dog pulling out a victory there.
That's right. So let's go ahead and check out some hyped moments going on right here. So let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. We got Team Wolf. Oh, coming sliding in. There we go. That was a smooth qualification right there.
Diving for the qualification. We're also
And
going to
this-
see
this
Apex
was the
Arcade
last-
here. This is a last minute. This is the last person to get through
moment.
to a qualified round.
And
Now
here,
we're gonna
this
see
was
Bonsai Baby.
unfortunate. This was definitely unfortunate. Gets knocked off by the fan and kind of got her in a slippery slope.
It's true, but we also get to see a qualification from Ray Apollo as well as the only Ryan. This is actually a sad moment here. We're going to see some wins and some losses. Watch as the only Ryan gets shoved off the end at the very end here.
Yes, because they also saw the road right there and he just missed it. It was so sad. And now this is the most hype moment right here where Team Hot Dog runs up and gets grabbed by that green pigeon, but still makes it and get that crown.
I actually think that was a strat there. I think not only was he grabbed, I think what he did was he bodied the pigeon with his butt and he positioned him so that the pigeon couldn't get past him. You actually used his own form, his hot dog form, to his advantage by blocking the pigeon from passing him, thus securing him a crown. It was a very interesting strat. It paid off for him, and we're seeing some serious victories coming around the pipe here.
Like, have you given a hot dog to a pigeon before? They go crazy, and that's exactly what happened right there. You just kind of threw the little bread over there, and little hot dogs right there, pecking at it.
Right
all
you
the time.
are, AJ. And now we're going to check out the leaderboard. We are at a three-way tie here. We have Team Pirates with 1 crown, Team Hot Dog, 1 crown, and Team Pigeon with 1 crown. Team Space and Team Wolf are going to really have to pull out all the stops, and really get those crowns in order to make it up. But we have 3 more rounds to go. This game isn't over. It's actually anyone's game because the way that we did this means that there's so few crowns that you can get to win. You just never know who could win. You never know.
That's
anyone's
right, Mary. So I don't know. My heart's already pounding every match I see. It's just like, is he gonna get the crown? Is he not? Am I gonna have a heart attack? Am I not? It's just complete tension going on. As my name, high tension all the time. So it's really interesting seeing people's strats going on, especially like at the very end. It seems like everybody has their own different strats going on. So just seeing those differences is always nice to see.
Yeah, it is true. You're actually always learning when you're watching this game, and I've learned more when I die to observe the rest of the games. It's tempting. It is tempting to quit the game and say, I will not watch because I am resentful and a sore ass loser, and then just go into the next game. But I find that if you just actually observe everybody else, you're going to find some interesting strats, like what you said, when you're kind of on those last couple slides and you're kind of saving your time, you're biding your time jumping across. I didn't know you could even do that until I saw a top player do it. So you're gonna see a lot of pretty interesting techniques today because these contestants have been practicing. They have been working out. They have been working on their APMs, and they are ready to actually pull out some serious crown victories for us today. And so you're seeing it already, 3 crowns in an hour. I mean, when was the last time you got 3 crowns in an hour?
Never.
I
It's
applaud
just
your
like my
honesty,
life. I've
AJ.
never succeeded in my life, so it's nice to see that, at least in this tournament, that I can see someone succeed, right? So
Your parents must be proud. We're going to
They
talk a
are.
lot more about Fall Guys in this advantage. We have a lot more action coming at you guys, so you're not going to want to go anywhere. We have so much to talk about, and you're going to see a lot more competitors running after balls, dodging fruits, getting smacked by fans, and reaching for those crowns. AJ, what are you excited about seeing? Is there any levels that we haven't seen yet that I'm looking to see? I'm trying to think.
The fruit avalanche, which I see all the fruit just coming down the slope. Everybody's getting hit by the bananas, apples, pears, oranges, the logs. So I want to see that more action. I want to see people just get hit and fall. So
I agree. I think that's a really good level. I'm also looking forward to seeing Slime Climb, which I haven't seen yet. Slime Climb is just an intense, aggressive competition because not only are you trying to beat other people to get there, you're actually just trying to survive at all because the slime continues to raise. And if you make a mistake too many times, it gets you. It'll get you.
Exactly. And people do push each other around, because there's always checkpoints where you can kind of screw people over. And those people are an asshole that I would love them to go to hell. But I want to see that action. I want to see that action from all these other people too. Try to get everybody completely eliminated so they can get the crown. So I am looking forward to see the evil in humanity through this tournament.
I appreciate that. I also look forward to that. As a also vindictive person myself, I find that if I cannot win, I will just nip at the ankles of the people that have bothered me so that I can also ensure that they lose. And we're seeing some of that passive-aggressive behavior here. Well, we're going to have some replays coming up pretty soon. Do you find yourself a passive-aggressive player too? I applaud you for your, again, pure honesty today, AJ.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just completely being honest right now. It's especially whenever I play Fall Guys, I never watch people succeed every time I eliminate it immediately. Even if I'm grouping up with people, I'm like, I don't want to watch people try to win. So definitely.
Well, you're in the wrong show because we're going to be watching a lot of people win throughout the tournament today. You've only seen 2 out of the 5 rounds that we're going to be having today. And in 2 rounds, we've had 3 crowns. That means more crowns per rounds, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of very talented streamers that we've pulled together and intermixed with some not very talented streamers. And we did that on purpose because we want to make sure that you guys are entertained. So you're going to see crowns and you're going to see drowns. You're going to see them both and you're going to see it today. So I hope you guys are willing to stick around for 5 full hours of Fall Guys action. AJ, I'm excited.
I'm super excited too. To be honest, I would love to go ahead and just watch everybody seeing if they're gonna fail or win. So I'm super excited. Now I think we can definitely get to know more about these contestants too with these messages.
I agree.
So let's go ahead and check them out.
Getting to know the players. How many crowns have you won?
About 6 crowns, and I'll probably be more, so.
100.
7. My 7th one was actually today during the thing.
Absolutely none.
A whopping 0. So I'm hoping that this is my time to shine, and I've just been saving all of my really pro strats and skills and dives for this moment.
0. And I'm ashamed to say that.
7.
0. I have 0 crowns.
I've won 1, and it was the greatest of moments.
You know what? I have 1 crown, and let me explain myself, okay?
0. But possibly I'll be winning one today.
I have not won any crowns. I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Next question, please.
Dude, I've gotten like 1 million.
At the moment, 5.
About 15 or 16 crowns on stream. And I would say about another 10 off stream.
2.
Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be right back after these messages. Getting to know the players. What's the pink slime made of?
I have never once wanted to think about what might be in that slime.
Crushed bean guys. After they get pounded in the mini games, they scrape up the bodies after hours and throw it in the pit.
I'm gonna say it is made out of the old remnants of the green slime from Nickelodeon. It had to go somewhere.
Probably all the hopes and dreams and fears of every single Fall Guy that has ever fallen off, especially for those sad individuals that have gotten a tight, beautiful, gripped hug right at the finish line, only to be shoved off the side, never knowing the sweet taste of victory.
The pink slime is absolutely made of melted flamingos from your front yard.
The pink slime is made of all the tears of all the fallen Fall Guys, and especially all the ones who just, can't make it. It's all the bitterness and hatred that builds up inside the more and more you lose. But, it's also fun time happiness.
Unicorns.
What's the pink slime made of? Because I grew up with ulcers, I'm gonna say kaopectate.
I figured that, and this is probably just the default answer, is Pepto-Bismol. Like, I saw that and I thought, oh man, wish I hadn't eaten all that Chipotle. Now I feel bad. Gotta get me some pink slime. So that was my guess.
I would imagine it's kind of like the strawberry jam, right? But it's like the seedless kind of strawberry jam. That explains why you stick to it and everything. But I bet it's delicious.
I don't want to think about that. I imagine it's like kind of the same thing how they do in Pokemon Go. They crush them into candy. For all I know, that could be the goo that's a crushed up jelly bean guys.
I would think that maybe it's like the people who fall off the maps or something. I don't know. Some sick twisted thing like that.
I always kind of felt like it was like really gross, probably I don't know, like recalled cotton candy that just somehow melted in the heat of 2020. But who knows?
You know, I've been pondering this one, and I want to say it's Silly Putty.
Old Jamba Juice.
A melted cotton candy that raccoon dipped into the river.
The pink slime is made out of Fall Guys, and if you don't believe me, I have a clip of it. The community managers admitted to it.
And now, Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout returns with your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are here in the flesh, enjoying more Fall Guys action with Extreme Fall Guys Edition. This is 5 hours with 20 tremendous contestants duking it out for crowns. And I'm here with AJ. How's it going?
Hi, I am AJ, not player 1 and 2. But I can't. What? Oh, it's Mary. You.
That's my head.
Hey.
This is my head. We will not discuss the heads.
That kind of crab. Interesting.
Listen, player 1, shut up.
I'm sorry.
I want to ask you the question that everybody else was talking about. What do you think that slime is made out of?
Those pink slimes. Well,
The slime that people fall into. The goo.
Yes, I do agree that Pepto-Bismol might be the best choice. However, it seems like I would like to try to say it's just pink Fall Guys as well. You never know. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, the devs of the game have actually admitted that it is the Fall Guys themselves, when they fall through that little system, when you see them get pushed out of the boxes, that they do enter a meat grinder, and that their putty is added with bubble gum, and thus the viscous goo is created to swallow additional Fall Guys. It's an interesting system. I don't know if you've ever seen The Matrix, but I do believe that if you peeled out a little farther, you would see a machine that excretes gum, and I do think that some of them end up becoming chicken nuggets.
Oh, well, those are delicious chicken nuggets for sure. I would love them. So I usually order like 20 at a time as well. And
You're eating Fall Guys, AJ.
Oh, well, you never know. Fall Guys might be cute and all, but sometimes very delicious. You never know. You can't say no to delicious food. So
It's true. The cuter they are, typically, the more delicious they are. And here we are again, deciding whether or not we're going to compete. That's why you want to win here, because if you lose, your lunch. AJ, I want to ask you a little bit more about your amazing trip, your transition to Japan. Why are you leaving this country?
Why? Well, I can't really. What do you think why? Like, sometimes I just decide to go back to Japan whenever I want, but there are reasons. There are definitely reasons. Sometimes
I find that most of the time when people don't want to say their reasons, the FBI is involved. But I don't want to get too much into your personal life.
Definitely. Like,
So
my
let's go
heart's
into
kind
the
of getting start
leaderboard.
pounding. All right, let's go check it out. Like, let's just not talk about my Japan trip. All right. Let's go ahead and check
nobody's
it out.
saying
We
that
got-
AJ is a felon. We're going to talk about Team Pirates, Team Hot Dog, Team Pigeon, who are the early leaders here in this Fall Guys championship. We already have seen crowns secured for each of these teams. So we're seeing a 1-1-1, making it a three-way tie for first here. And in last place, we have a two-way tie with Team Space and Team Wolf. If they want to win, they're going to have to pull up a crown in the next few rounds, or they're going to be too far behind.
That's right, Mary. And let's see, we got all of them pretty much hyped up. Look at Pigeon. I see Team Pigeons showing their buttocks to us. I don't know what kind of a message they're trying to send us over here. And a creepy face kind of looking over here with Kung Fu Quickness. I feel like they're kind of trying to win by trying to be the best quirky.
They're getting in our heads. They're getting in our
They
heads,
are.
AJ.
They definitely are.
They're out for blood here. You can see that the contestants here are not messing around anymore. Team Pirates still getting primed and ready to go. I love that in addition to being a pirate or being a hot dog, you can actually still have all sorts of different ways that you can make your character unique, because you can be a pirate on top and party on the bottom. You know what I mean?
That's right. But sometimes it seems like they kind of chose a spiky hot dog too, and I never had some spiky hot dogs in my mouth. But
well, that's nature's way of saying, "Get away from me! I'm going to win." So
That's
here we go. They're dropping in. We're seeing Team Pigeon actually in a match right now. Let's see if we can get into one of these matches and see what everybody's up to. Distracted Elf, Technique, Bonsai Baby, and Parallax Stella on the map, running through. Who are we gonna look at? Parallax Stella, what's going on, AJ?
So, all right, this is our first time seeing this little round right here, and this is actually really interesting. You want to go with the flow here. If you try to fight the flow, you always kind of go back. And now we are going ahead and try to go through there. There's like 4 sections, and there's gonna be balls coming from each section. You gotta dodge those.
You want to avoid those balls, AJ.
Exactly. Sometimes I would love to go get those balls, but sometimes you gotta avoid them, and this is the case of avoiding those balls. And there we go.
God, I love learning more about your personal life, AJ, but we gotta go back to these round robins here. Now, this is the disco section. You want to be able to ride around these discos, but you can't get caught up in the balls. Technique getting smashed by a ball. It looks like he's still gonna be able to pull out a victory. In fact, I think he's gonna be the first to cross the line.
Number 1, is he gonna stay? Or no, he just runs in, get that top number 1. And we
see Bonsai Baby coming up next here. She's ready to go here.
But everybody else is qualifying too here.
Qualification.
And it seems like everybody else has qualified. There we go.
A bunch of cues for our winners here. It's always good to see people qualifying in the first round. Not making it through the first round is a sign that you suck at this game.
That's right. If you can't make it the first round, then you suck. Straight up, you suck.
So now we're seeing the door dash here. This is a funny experience here because the doors go up and down. You have to be able to see into the future. We're seeing Ray Apollo struggling with that a little bit. Now you got to slide down the slime here and jump through the board at the end, and he does so.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Okosinella, is he gonna make it again? He's waiting. He jumps. He goes. There we go. We got that qualification going on. It seems like everybody did get qualified, except for Chris, where he's
well, that's a sad shot. Can we zoom in on that? It's a sad. That's a sad
visual. I see what he said right there too, so it was interesting. I'm like,
I think we've all been there when you miss on the first round. It is shame. We're getting a slime climb here. This is one of my favorites.
Is what we're talking about.
We're gonna watch Green Dumpling here.
He couldn't make the shortcut right there. Now Green
So
Dumpling
I'm
just keep on
gonna
going.
explain this a little bit here. We got Green Dumpling. He's getting stuck on these pushers. Now the slime is climbing. You can see it right behind him. He's gotta go. Gotten smashed by a ball here. This is gonna cost him precious time. He's got to be able to get through these second rounds of pushers. They have a really rough time here. If they get pushed off, which it looks like he's going to, he's gonna have about one more shot before the slime gets him.
Is he gonna get it?
Here he goes.
Is he gonna go? Oh, seems like he got it. If he makes that jump, there we go. But the other teammate seems like he's behind. Is he gonna get eliminated? We don't know.
We're gonna have to focus on Green Dumpling here. He's going past the balls of fury here. These bouncers will bounce you right off the map. You have to avoid them. And now the balance beams of destruction. You must be perfectly balanced, zen in your brain.
And he
got
goes.
everything on the line. He's got it. Here comes the Bum Slapper 3000s. You do not want to get dinged by one of these bad boys on the slime. It'll rocket your ass all the way back to Slime Town. He's going.
That's right, but
Green Dumpling really proving himself here.
All right. Smooth sailing. Oh,
no! Falling off the map. Embarrassing. Oh my God. I've never seen it before. I typically see people falling into the slime, but have you ever seen someone fall right off the universe?
And becomes part of the pink goo. Unfortunate.
You hate to see it. Now here's Kim Chica. Looks like she's observing, or she might be headed towards the finish line here. Green Dumpling, as you can see, eliminated. Let's see if anybody else from this team actually made it through. It does not look good.
Just in time. Is he gonna make it? Oh, there we go. It seems like that round's over, and now we got the ball pushing. We got 3 teams pushing their balls right there. But this is interesting because some people can go ahead and then just kind of wait for the other team to push those balls, and you can kind of just be an asshole and just kind of push them back. You never know what you can do. So
yeah, you don't know what this is going to happen here.
You're just going to keep on pushing those balls.
Yeah, we got Bonsai Baby here from Team Pigeon on Team Red here. Now, there's some interesting strategies that you see coming ahead here. Here we go. You have a team member running around to grab this red ball. If they push it and get to it, they can stop the ball from getting to victory, even though they were ahead.
Right behind, too, which is interesting.
They got to push it through. They got to push past these yellows, and they got to get it to victory. There they go. It looks like they're going to be able to do it.
Yellow ball's going in, and blue is eliminated. So it seems like Team Pigeon is winning. They are standing strong. It seems like they are going. All right, now let's go ahead. Slime Climb as well here. Team Wolf, can they make it? We got Jer Beagley coming in straight up. Straight and qualified. There it goes.
Perfect. I love how they were able to just perfectly navigate those balls, the swinging balls at the end there, to not get dunked into that viscous goo. Now we have to see if there's any other victors coming out through the pipe here. It is a shame when you see the losses.
Pop it off. Like, I got this. This is easy. I am gonna win. Come at me, bro. Come at me with those Fall Guys tactics, because I am gonna get that crown. Well, there we go.
I want to be mad, but I'm just lost in his eyes again. And now we're seeing a completely different game we haven't seen before. This is actually where you're supposed to avoid these giant blocks. If you get hit by the blocks, you can get knocked off the ledge. If you get knocked off the ledge, you're donezo. And that's the end of the round. So you're going to see all these little beans running around, jumping when they have to not get knocked off the world.
Yeah, that's right. It's interesting, though. There is an interesting tactics you can use if you have other teammates with you, which is that if you stand right in the wall on the very left or the right, you can step on those bean guys and then jump onto those walls and kind of be in the safe zone.
That's a pretty intense strat. Oh, no, this is going to be it! And a limb caught. His little feeties were caught on the boards, and he was rocketed off of the mat. And that's going to be a loss for Okadrian as well. I've never seen so many people lose in this round. That's actually supposed to be kind of a gimme round. I am embarrassed. I am blown away. I don't know what to say.
Just has a blank space of no crowns right there. It's unfortunate for Team Space not getting that. But look at this. Oh no, the round's over. It seems like they just missed the crown. It seems like. Oh, wait. It seems like SD89. Oh, there we go. Got eliminated as well. Unfortunately,
they made it to the end, but they were not able to secure a crown for their team. So unfortunately, as it goes in Extreme Fall Guys, nothing. No crown, no glory. But we do have a few still on the finals. We're going to look at Bonsai Baby, who is going to be doing this awesome tile competition. We've talked about this before, about the various strats that you're going to see here today. AJ, what do you think we have in store for us?
All right, so in the very beginning, there we go. Oh, if Bonsai Baby made that jump, she could have. Oh, what is she doing? Controlling. Oh no, there might be a controller malfunction. Or
no, this is not a controller. This is not a controller malfunction, AJ. This is a strat. This is on purpose. What she's doing is she's ruining the tiles so that other people will fall through to their dooms. This is an actual strat that you're seeing right now. She's actively making sure that there's holes in the pit so that when somebody falls on one of the top slots, that they actually fall all the way down to the bottom. This is an interesting strat. You don't see it actually taking effect too long here, but that is not a mistake. That is on purpose, and it is calculated, and it is mean. And I'm very excited to see how this plays out for her, eating away and chipping away at the outsides like that so that everybody falls to the bottom. And now you can see her, ruined by her own tactic. She got swallowed by her own hole here, and now which can happen from time to time. It's actually physically possible.
Yes, definitely. My hole swallowed me one time too, and that was definitely painful too. Anywho, look at that. She seems like other people are still down there with her. If she can dive there and then jump in. Oh no, she couldn't jump. But we got Technique still here, trying to stay strong. doing that one jump at a time. Let's go. Let's keep this going. If he kind of stay, and there we go. Let's go. Technique.
Another victory. Another victory. This is Technique's second crown for Team Pigeon. This is incredible because you're actually seeing one champion just absolutely make it to Success Town. All of his compatriots on Team Pigeon hanging on to his coattails and try and secure that victory for their team. Incredible, incredible work by Technique.
Incredible. So that was pretty much the end of round 3, and it seems like we saw Team Pigeon get the crown. We don't know everybody else if they missed the crown too, but it seems like Team Pigeon is actually on the lead. What do you think about Team Pigeon?
Surprise me at all. I mean, Team Pigeon is far ahead here in my mind, dear AJ. You're seeing somebody who's actually able to navigate these levels with incredible victory. This is really important to see. I'm very proud of them. I'm excited to see what they're up to next. Let's check out the leaderboard to actually see that Team Pigeon looks like they have 2 crowns. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
That's right, 2
crowns
We
for
got
Team Pigeon.
Team Pigeon has 2 crowns. Team Hot Dog still has 1, and Team Pirate still has 1. And I can tell you who has none is Team Space and Team Wolf. They need to kind of try to get that rank up their gears and try to start collecting those crowns. But we'll
It's
see
true.
if they can
Your
get those
counting
crowns.
abilities are second to none, AJ. We have
Oh, yeah.
1 with 2 crowns, 2 with 1 crown, and 2 with 0 crowns. If you can't get the crowns, you're going down because there can only be 1 victory here at Extreme Fall Guys. So we're seeing a pretty good realm of activity here, some hot action. I wonder if there's gonna have some replays whipping up for us pretty soon. What was your favorite moment from that?
Well, favorite moment right now, I think this is one of the favorite moment when they're slipping, and he just changes his discourse right here from Ray Apollo, because he was going for the middle, but then he realized like, oh no, I can't do this, and then just kind of immediately changed. And here,
I agree. I'm also really impressed with Green Dumpling here, as he was able to absolutely get donkled off the entire map there. You're seeing some highs and some lows here, and finally we got to see this wonderful replay from Okanella getting caught on this board.
He wasn't fast enough, and that
there
got
should be a
his
second
game.
limb here. This is Okadrian with his second limb. He got pushed. You can see what happened here is that he actually was ready to jump, and a different Fall Guy dinged him and thus knocked him over. He was not able to jump and fell into the viscous goo. We're looking at Technique again with this incredible victory. Look at him sliding into Victory Town.
That is true. So that was some amazing moments. I feel like I was watching some fail guys, if you will. I'm sorry. I'm just.
And that's all we have for you today. You guys don't want to go anywhere because we actually have 2 more full rounds of Fall Guy action. It's going to be really intense all the way to the end here. The reason that we did this is so that there's only so many crowns to be had. So you guys are going to want to go anywhere. We have a lot more crown action coming up next.
Behold, Blightbound, online cooperative dungeon crawling, early access streams at 5 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Devolver Digital. Getting to know the players. How excellent are you at Seesaw?
Seesaw should be removed from the game.
I'm quite excellent at Seesaw. This is like the one round that every time it comes up, I'm like, yes, because, well, and watch, now that I've said that, it's gonna come to bite me in the butt later, but I feel like I'm very good at Seesaw.
You have to be very zen with it and just be like, take your time and walk off, and then be very patient, and also avoid people because they'll hug you and they'll drag you down.
Like, I'm just stuck here staring at something that's like that. This is a bad time. Then I chilled and thought, okay, there's a way to do this. And I can beat it pretty much every time I do it now. So not bad. Not bad at Seesaw, is what I'd say.
I'd say I'm pretty good. I already saw what you guys were kind of doing, let's just say with the grab button, when it comes to trying to make sure your center of gravity is a little more forward. If the Seesaw is going one way or the other, I figured that out right away.
Oh, I am the man at Seesaw. See, I figured out a way to balance my hands when they go out when people don't want to balance the Seesaw.
I'm probably the best in the field at Seesaw. It's probably the only thing I'm good at, so keep an eye out for me on that one.
Oh, very good. Not worried at all.
Oh, actually, Seesaw is my favorite. So, excellent, extremely.
Seesaw is by worst one of the it's by far one of the worst starting games, but as long as you have the ability to adapt to your opponents and think one step ahead, I think I have the strats to pull out to get us ahead on the Seesaw.
Ooh, Seesaw, I'm pretty decent average. I've kind of figured out the meta. It's you just don't jump.
At Seesaw, it's almost a selfish game mode. You have to expect the other players to keep you up, and you just kind of go for it.
The three wolves in my heart actually do know how to use the Seesaw.
I'm okay. I like to. If I get in front, then I'm okay.
I'm pretty bad at Seesaw. I've only crossed the finish line a couple of times, but I've that's still experience with finishing it, so I'm counting that as a sort of win.
As excellent as the other players are.
Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be right back after these messages.
Never dreamed anybody could kiss that away, bring me bliss that away. What a kiss that away, what a wonderful feeling to feel that away. Tell me, where have you been all my life? Oh, hot diggity dog, ziggity boom, what you do to me? It's so new to me. What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom, what you do? When you're holding me tight. What you do to me? What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me when you're holding me tight? Oh, hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me? All my future will shine. Hot diggity dog, ziggity boom. What you do to me from the moment you're mine? Hot dog.
Getting to know the players. Do you have any pro tips for new players?
Don't fall. If you see anybody with open arms, trust me, it's a trap.
Grab whoever's next to you as much as humanly possible, and at some point they will get very annoyed and everyone will leave you alone and not stand next to you. And as long as no one's around you to screw up, you won't screw up.
Don't try to mess with other people, because oftentimes that just screws you up, and that's kind of not what you want to happen.
You will lose a lot. So learn how to grab people and push them off and stuff. Make them lose before you lose.
Accept that you're going to fall a lot, you're going to lose a lot. Just keep pushing through and you'll get the crown.
If you lose, go again.
Get out of my way. No. Honestly, just go to the subreddit for Fall Guys. There's new strats on there constantly.
Nope.
I don't think it's a great strategy to try to be the first one to do everything. So as soon as you pick any course, and especially if it's a race course, your first instinct is first.
Just take your time with it. Don't like rush. I know you're gonna be racing, but don't try to like bum rush with a huge crowd because yeah, you're not gonna have a good time at all.
Stop jumping all the time. Like, there's no need for you to be jumping all the time. When you get in these bundles, everyone just starts jumping. And you know what happens when you start jumping? Everyone gets knocked. Everyone falls over. Nobody wins.
Jump. It's like don't dive too much. Like, the only time you want to dive is like if you want to go for like that last minute save.
Don't be afraid to dive at the right times. Find those times to dive because sometimes it'll kill your momentum, but sometimes that's like the one trick to always getting you to that finish line.
A lot of the times you're not looking, there's spaces in between that you can just easily like whoop, fall through, and then you're just like no, and you have to restart all over again. So learning how to jump dive is excellent, and also learning how to avoid people is also really, really good.
And now, Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout returns with your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Hey guys, welcome back to Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Edition. I am Mary, and I am so excited to be joined by Hightension Gaijin. How's it going, dude?
Doing great, and it seems like I was expecting another.
I dressed
You
up.
look nice. You look nice with the tie. That's true. That's fine.
I'm doing my best here. This is it. I put on my very best for this show. Now, let's see. What are you wearing here? I love the jacket. It really brings out your hentai suit.
The Zentai suit, not the hentai suit, but this Zentai suit.
They're the same. They're the same to me, AJ.
You can use them in different ways, not only for hentais, but other things as well. And that's why I'm wearing this. This is actually really comfy as well. It seems like I'm wearing
Breathable?
like two kind of interesting, but no, I want it to be one of the Fall Guys, but I don't have like a big, kind of like a realistic Fall Guy, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, you are very bean-shaped, so I feel like you really kind of convey that energy, and I applaud you for your cosplay.
Why, thank you. Well, this is not really a cosplay, though. This is what I usually wear, too. So I
Genuine form?
Yeah, genuine form. See, like, if I just take this thing off, still same. So it's not really different of me just wearing this or not. It works both ways. So sometimes I try to act like walking around with this, see if people notice me or not. Like, and it seems sometimes people kind of look at me. Sometimes people don't look at me. Sometimes people call the security on me. You never know what happens, and that's how I kind of throw in a little bit of a spice of life.
Listen, I think it's fair that we can all have the cops called on us once and twice in our lifetimes, and sometimes, in your case, so many times that we have to leave the country. But we have to talk about what's happening here at Fall Guys. We do have a leaderboard. Let's talk about that action. We actually have seen a leader amongst us with Team Pigeon, 2 crowns with an early lead here. Team Hot Dog and Team Pirates with 1 crown each, and Team Space and Team Wolf on the back of the pack here with 0 crowns, but we still have time. We have time to get additional crowns here and find out who are actually going to crown the victor amongst us. It's exciting times here.
That's right, Mary. It's super exciting too. But for Team Space and Team Wolf, they need to get their game together, or else they might not really be the super exciting team that they wish or they promise to be, though. Especially.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here amongst the teams, and if you don't come to win, you're going to be sinking in that viscous goo that we were talking about earlier, that slime. We know that there's a lot of slime going around on these competitors. They're getting up, they're getting geared up, they got their costumes on. They look good, if I may say so, AJ.
Very, very good. That's right, Mary. It's just amazing how they look. It seems like Team Pigeon seems like they like the pink face going on too, which is it's nice. And Team Wolf,
I respect it.
Amazing costume too. And it seems like everybody is starting to jump in and going for action. Team Pigeon is vicious. They are just jumping in and straight up going for that crown. Let's see if they can get that crown again. And also everybody else started jumping in too. And let's see if they could get the crown too. I don't know what's gonna happen, but definitely something exciting. Isn't that right, Mary?
I mean, it's always exciting with Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, as they pay me to say. This is an important competition, people, and you're seeing people really coming out of the woodwork. They're falling from the sky. They're gonna land in a random, who knows level, and they're gonna have to run their way through it all the way to the end to see if they can make it past the very first. Now, we've seen some people not be able to make it through round 1 of these competitions. It's always kind of a stressor because you want to make sure you at least get through the first round, don't you, AJ?
That's right. If you can't get to the top 42 in the first round, it is hard and mind-crushing because you gotta just see all your two teammates kind of just going through. Everybody's having fun, and also at the same time, I don't know what those teammates are talking to each other, but sometimes maybe there might be a little back talk happening too. It's like, if you weren't around, we could have been top 1. But anyways, let's see going this action. It seems like they didn't use those what you all call it, shortcut. Those little spinning thing can hit your butt and kind of boost you up right away. But
she needs to be using the cheese here. Bloody Faster. Bloody Faster here is pushing it. We are seeing her absolutely suffer here. She's been going through, she's in no danger, but she's got to get across that cheese here, going past the fans without being clipped once here, and now headed for the ramp. Hopefully this fan doesn't clip her buns. She dove through perfectly. She's not going for the center though. She's going to take the side route, AJ.
I love taking the side route too. Sometimes the back street too, like the Backstreet Boys. However, it seems like she's going through super smoothly too, and it seems like she might just easily make it for the qualification. And
falling through. Oh, embarrassing, but she's not done yet. This does not mean that you're out. She just has to get through before everyone else. She has gotten through the fan. She will be qualifying here. There is nothing in her way. A pure, clean qualification. Is there anyone else that still hasn't qualified yet? Let's take a look and see who else is still in the pipeline. We're gonna check out Pigeon here. Hopefully they're also finding some success, AJ.
It seems like everybody has passed the first round. It's going next up. So let's see if Team Pigeon can keep on going ahead with the team till the very end. Let's see. It seems like they are standing strong as well. And now
cool.
we got...
Do not even touch me once.
Let's
check out Wolf here.
Beely with the Team Wolf. It seems like they are all here too, and it seems like it's everybody's pretty smooth sailing. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going good here. We're seeing some serious action here on the rotating wheel of madness. They have to avoid so many obstacles. Those bouncers will literally knock you right off the pipe. You have to be able to dodge them without being rotated off the map itself. You have to go back and forth and avoiding each other because they can hold you and they can push you because they're bad. They're bad little beans, AJ.
That's right, Mary. And these bad little beans can grab you too. And their grab might be just leading you to the doom. You never know. It seems like this is definitely, surviving is actually not that hard. It's much more about these people just pushing each other. And sometimes because you're trying to overestimate how they work, you just try to jump and then you accidentally hit each other too. And then there's going to be two beans fighting each other, making one big bean falling down to the slime. And then we can get more nuggets. I think that sounds delicious. Isn't that right, Mary?
Yeah, you know, the viscous slime that you see here has to be changed out every once in a while because it gets little bits of fur and teeth in it, so they have to kind of throw it away after a while. But right now you're seeing some clean goo on the bottom. You do not want to fall into that. You want to be able to run back and forth. You see SC89 cleanly making his rounds back and forth through this rotating wheel of destruction and despair. He's got to move around. There is a pelican getting in his way right there. Toucan, I think, actually is probably the proper name for that animal. Screw it! He's running through! He's got to make it all the way down to the end here. Does not want to fall into the goo. We're going to check out Gerbigli here. Nope, we're going all the way to Nospimi99 on Team Wolf running around. This is a long run. They made it. All of them qualified.
And round is over. It seems like Team Wolf has qualified. Everybody hasn't been eliminated from Team Wolf. It seems like they are smooth sailing. Let's see Bloody Faster Detune Apex Arcade and Kung Fu Quickness with the Team Hot Dog. It seems like they're grabbing each other's tails, and it seems like they are doing pretty well for now. 7 tails or 6 tails right now. Oh, and they are going down. These tail grabbing is kind of really tough because sometimes they are going after you, sometimes you're not going to go after each other. But it's tough. It's really tough. Have you been grabbed by the tail, Mary, before?
I mean, I've had my tail grabbed 1 or 2 times, but I prefer to be the grabby on these situations. Now, you're going to see a lot of streamers running after each other's tails. This is something that they've been practicing for socially for some time now, and now they're at here in the thick of it, getting each other's tail, getting that tail, trying not to get hit by the Bum Slammer 3000. That will send you packing. You want to avoid bum slamming, but you do want to get the tail. It's a complicated mix. It's an interweaving web of lies.
Oh, I lost my tail.
And it seems like D-Tune finally got the tail and then just got stolen right away. That pricky little spike is not working, but still qualified, which is nice. That was a good round for Team Hot Dog.
A Q is a Q, AJ, and they are moving on to the next round despite doing very little for their team. That's the beauty of being on a team project. You don't always have to do much at all. We're seeing Ray Apollo now. This is the memory game. You're going to see something appear on the screens. They have to be on the right tile. If you're not on the right tile, you're going in the goo. And now he's officially done it, but there's multiple rounds in this. Not only do you have to remember what tile you're on, but you have to avoid being pushed by another person. And they will push you because they are jerks.
That's right, Mary. And also, you can be a jerk too, but sometimes if you remember exactly which tile to step on, you can kind of fake a tile too. You just stand in the one tile, make everybody else jump in there for the people, and someone fell,
people
and
lost
then
there.
Immediately, right before the tile disappears, you can jump in the right tile. But it seems like Team Space got the Q as well.
Good for them. We are now seeing Technique hanging out on Team Pigeon. He's at a very important moment here. This is the end. You cannot fall at this stage. If you fall in this stage, you are in trouble. Oh my God, what a dangerous move by Technique. What is he doing? He is a madman. He is a madman. You're seeing people go to the... Don't you fall. Don't you fall, Technique. This is it. You're seeing pigeons become birds. This is it. Oh my God, what's the final? Is it that? There it is. Is it this? He's got, if he falls, he's out. He will never make it. He will not qualify. Run for it! Run for it!
Technique makes it first. Wow, that was some mind gaming going berserk. That was crazy.
Seriously, Clara says, I'm stressed, and I agree. That was a nail biter. That was a clencher. That was a Kegel clencher for sure. We're out here making sure that people can qualify so they can nab crowns for their teams, and they are doing it. I am amazed every time we see Technique. He really does have it, doesn't he, AJ?
He does. Technique has that skill and the luck and also the sliminess of trying to get that first place right away. So, loving it. And there we go. This is the last round. Hexagon Technique. You see, he has grabbed the crown before with the Hexagon multiple times. Is he going to get it again? That is the question.
Yeah, we're gonna find out right here. I'm seeing Toon Food saying, I can't unclench. You need to see a doctor. We're gonna watch Bonsai Baby do the same technique she did before, but will it be effective? She's doing the thing where she goes all the way through the entire bottom and she's creating a hole to screw over any of her fellow competitors. What she's gonna do here is she's gonna make an entire hole in the center for everyone to fall through, and then she's gonna slowly walk around the outside net. This is a very cruel technique. It is smart, but we haven't seen it actually succeed yet. So this is going to be the one where we actually see somebody pull out a crown. We'll have to see, AJ.
That's right, Mary. However, I think this is actually their Team Pigeon's technique. They just send Bonsai Baby down, break all the floor, and then have Technique get the crown for them. Maybe they just wanted to get everybody else fall and then tell Technique saying, you got to go walk around the outer circle because that's where all the tiles are. And maybe that is the key. I feel like everybody, when they play Fall Guys, they don't really do team effort. However, if this particular Hexagon hexagon situation. They are actually working as a team, deleting all the tiles down here and seeing if this tactic
Yeah, it's
works.
really incredible how she's doing it here, AJ. I'm seeing some serious efforts here, and I agree with you. What you're seeing is a teamwork effort here. She has actually sacrificed herself for technique because she's assuming he won't fall, but he did. Technique absolutely falling into the viscous goo. All team members biting it. No crown victory for Pigeon this round.
Unfortunately, although they're a pigeon, they couldn't fly away and try to stay up. And here we are, Team Space. They're here for getting that crown with the golden balls coming down. Let's see if
We're gonna see Ray Apollo here running around. He's got 3 balls to the face there. It's really unfortunate even if you get 1, and sometimes you can't help it. But three balls to the face is gonna take him pretty far back on the pack. That doesn't mean he's out, because you have to be able to grab the crown at the end here. And the crown is at the bottom. It might not make it.
However, unfortunately, someone has grabbed that crown before Ray Apollo, and unfortunately, Team Space does not have a crown yet.
In the first levels, you just don't have to be the worst. In the last level, you have to be the best, AJ. In this one, we now have a soccer match going on with Kung Fu Quickness. What's going on?
Right here, it seems like they are tied, and we got Kung Fu Quickness being the D. But however, it seems like the balls are all mostly over there. Oh no! It seems like the Team Yellow has kicking the ball right here into the blue. But they have succeeded to headbutt those balls. Don't want to imagine that. But it seems like it's going good. It seems like those balls might go to the goal, but we don't know for sure. It seems like
bippity boppity, he just gave him the zoppity. He's going all the way. He cannot stop that victory. He's going to have to get this ball out of the blue zone or they are going down. This is going to be a clutch moment. You're going to have to see some serious toppers. Here we go. Using his noodle, using the top of the bean to get more propulsion and get it into the yellow zone. If they do not get a goal very soon, they will be eliminated, AJ.
And the time is ticking, and there we go. We have elimination. Unfortunately, they couldn't score the goal. And we got here Team Wolf doing the last round, jumping in. This is the newest stage at the very final round where you gotta just
That's exactly right, AJ. You gotta be able to stay on the stage. You have to be able to jump when you're supposed to jump and duck when you need to duck. This is no joke. This is not for the kiddies, everyone. And there can only be one victor. Last man standing. You're seeing some serious jumps here by Nospino Pimi 99. He's killing it for Team Wolf. I hope he brings out that crown for his team. He deserves it. I'm seeing some top-notch action here, AJ.
Yes, that's right. He is jumping. He is doing the strat of staying in the very front. It seems like they have 2 people on Jerbilly and Nospini 99 being on here. So they do have a possibility of getting a crown. At least one survivor.
Yeah, they got a good chance here. No! Jerbigli! Out! Let's see.
And eliminated. Oh no,
we still have Nospini 99 though. This is a good one. We're gonna have to see who's gonna actually pull it out here because he's the last for his team. If he fails, his team gets nothing, and they really need this crown. They have no crown. They have no crown. The opportunity for a crown right in front of him. Can he do it? He has to be able to pull this out. He cannot falter. He has not. They must continue. Keep it together. This could be it.
I can't. My butt is clenching so hard. I can't. Oh my goodness, this is great.
If you clench for more than 60 minutes, see a doctor.
We may be able to. Oh, there we go.
Qualified.
That's qualified.
That's a crown. That's a crown, baby.
Finally,
that's just
Team
not a
Wolf
cue.
Has earned himself a crown.
That's a top seed. They are getting a crown. The first crown for Team Wolf. Well deserved. I can't believe he handled the pressure so beautifully, so seamlessly. The pressure. The absolute pressure. Y'all can unclench now. Enjoy yourselves. The first crown for Team Wolf. That was a sweet victory for Team Wolf, I have to say, AJ.
That's right, Mary. My butt's still clenching. You told me to not clench it, but it's just that tension was amazing. Seems like Team Wolf was able to get that crown. Unfortunately, though, I don't know if anyone else has grabbed that crown this round, and it's hard. This is the 4th round, I believe.
That's right.
So
this is the 4th round of 5, and there's been a lot of action here. There has been so much going on back and forth. Nospimi being able to absolutely survive that last round under extreme pressure. I am blown away by their ability to do it. Let's check out the leaderboard and see what we're at here. We have in the leader Team Pigeon with 2 crowns, a 3-way tie for second. We got Team Pirates, Team Hot Dog, and Team Wolf with 1 crown to split. Team Space, you embarrass me. They have no crowns so far, but they are trying. Unfortunately, in Fall Guys, trying is worth very little. AJ, what do you think our contestants can do to try and pull out a W in this last round?
Well, for Team Space, probably they need that luck. It seems like they're just completely unlucky sometimes with the stage choices and the contestants, because all the time you never know who you're going to be competing against. And sometimes it could be the pro out of the pro Fall Guy player as well. So you never know who's you're going to fighting against. And so they need that luck. They need to get that luck. It seems like they do have the skills. It's just grab that luck, try to find another planet to land on, and then if they find a planet, they will need to find an atmosphere so they can breathe in it, and then also water and
what
food.
What the hell are you talking about? There's so much going on here. We're in the ether here. We had Nospimi almost secure that crown, but they just fell short at the last moment. We're gonna have some sick highlights for you. Let's go through them right now. Let's talk about it. We had an amazing replay here from Bloody Faster, who was able to secure at the very last second, running through this fan. That was a nail biter for sure. And then we also had Team Wolf running around on this giant wheel of misfortune. It just kept going. That level just never feels like it stops. Right when you're like, I wish it would stop, it just doesn't. And here we go to the replay of the tail snatchers. Here we go. Keep your tail.
He gets the tail snatchers, but right after that, he gets his tail snatched. So it seemed like he actually did crazy things, but he actually lost it. But they did qualify, though. That's what matters. And here,
yeah, all you need is that qualifier.
Everybody right here with Team Pigeon. This was some hype and tense moment right here. They're just looking for the road. They're looking for the road, and Technique waits for his teammate to find a road, and then he just runs in trying to get that first place right there with Technique.
Incredible by Technique, just blown away. And then finally, we're seeing their technique, their team technique, where you see Bonsai Baby taking all of the tiles so that there's less movement for them to walk through. But then take a look at Technique here, absolutely biffing it and smushing into that viscous goo. That's just what happens when you don't have it. It's worked before, but didn't work this time. And now you're gonna finally see Ray Apollo almost get there.
Almost, but no cigar. Unfortunately, he cannot even reach the crown. That was sad. That was definitely sad. And there we go. We had the soccer just getting eliminated completely. That replay was tough.
Now here's the replay that I'm really impressed with. This is Nospimi, and they are on the winding clock of doom here. This was a really tough one to pull off. I was just blown away by the ability to handle that pressure, constantly going back and forth. That was a long round. It's a long time to be jumping, ducking, dipping, diving, dodging. You have to have it all. You have to have the jellies for this. You know what I mean?
Speaking of jellies, they're paying us with jelly beans. Did you know that?
Yeah, so something that Devolver doesn't really talk about a lot is how they pay out their contestants. What are we winning here? What are we getting paid in? And we've been supplied with an entire range of jellies. This is how we live now. It won't buy me my rent, but I can eat these on the street, and they taste pretty good. So these are the payments. They are well deserved. But what about our victors? What are they getting out of this, AJ?
Oh, the victors?
Yeah, that's right. What are they getting?
I'm trying to think right now, remembering, trying to think. They are probably getting, if they win, they are just glory. I think that's the only thing they're getting if they win this tournament. They just win the glory and the certification of calling themselves a really good Fall Guys player. Just really good. The first professional Fall Guys champion. So
that's incredible. I assume that JM is going to be creating an incredible trophy that will later be presented to the victor. And I'm looking forward to seeing that when the time comes. I believe that the Vistus goo that you see everybody jump into, as you know, they can't last forever. You have to actually drain it out and then reuse it for other items, like toothpaste or like hair gel. And I think you could probably turn it into a trophy.
Or a little lube for my shaker right here too. So this can shake because of that goo being reused as my lube. So this is good. This is good. This is how I kind of lose my weight right here. There we go.
Hi guys, showing that he's contractually obligated to use his shake weight during any stream and say lube at least 4 times. We're really excited to have you guys here.
4 extra jelly beans for this. So this is, I gotta do this at least once. At least once.
Keep it up. Keep it up the entire time that we're on. I want you guys to understand that we are only on round 4 was finished for this last Fall Guys action. We are coming to an end here, but we still have another full round of action. This is intense. This is high octane action. I have a blue tongue from these jelly beans.
And my arm is dying from this shake weight.
Well, that's because you're not shaking enough, AJ. You have to keep going so that you can build that muscle mass. You're all glamour muscle.
Yes,
I hope you guys don't go anywhere. We have a lot more action coming ahead. We're going to learn a little bit more about these teams and find out who's actually going to pull out the biggest crown of them all, the ultimate crown, the ultimate victory, and that's coming up really soon. Don't go anywhere.
Behold, Blightball, online cooperative dungeon crawling, early access streams at 5 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Devolver Digital. Getting to know the players. How do you pump yourself up for a big event?
Oh man, listen, I have this thing called an energy drink. And no matter how much sleep I've had or how little sleep I had, I take 1, 2, an entire can swing of that, and I am ready to play video games for approximately like 30 minutes.
You know, I would just wake up and drink a whole bunch of OJ, sometimes half a gallon, sometimes a full gallon.
Arnold Palmer's, honestly.
A lot of coffee, a lot of anime, and I pet my dog.
I like to blast loud music, run around in circles, a little bit of jumping jacks, you know, just kind of like belt out and, you know, maybe little push-ups and sing horribly.
A rigorous routine of calisthenics beforehand.
I definitely slap myself like 5 times at least. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I listen to some music that I really like. I try to, you know, do some yoga, get out that extra energy that I have.
I listen to lo-fi hip-hop music, study, chill, and relax to. Gets me in the zen moment. And then I take all that energy and just throw it out there.
Well, sometimes, you know, smacking the face helps. You know, doing out a scream, big yell, you know, right from the chesticles a little bit. You need to get a good yell from. Or sometimes good cry.
I think the answer to this is probably more screaming.
I scream very loudly. Would you like me to demonstrate?
I just always think about like things that motivate me to keep going.
Oh, probably blasting 90s pop music and just dancing around, just like getting my own energy up and ready to go.
I just dance around, smoke some.
Watching other people play and seeing a lot of clips of people playing really gets me in the mood.
Seeing old videos of me and seeing people on Twitter just call me scum. I'm not scum, I'm a vigilante.
I just had to think to myself, like, yeah, I'm gonna be really good at this, and I'm gonna have fun. Everyone watching this is gonna have fun today. This is gonna be really fun. Everyone's gonna have fun. That's the mantra I need. I was like, everyone watching this is gonna have fun today, and I'm gonna make sure of it. So, yeah, that.
Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be right back after these messages.
I would describe a Fall Guy as unathletic, but ambitious.
Fall Guys are designed to have the least practical shape for the tasks that we make them do.
Look, they have like those round shapes, they have those little legs, they are struggling a little bit.
When starting out with character design, before I even start drawing, I usually like to write some notes. Even if I've just got a sentence to run on, at least I know I'm making informed design decisions rather than arbitrarily just trying to come up with cool shapes.
The whole team meet together and we start sharing ideas about how we visualize this character during the game. So we spend a lot of time, but we have fun as well. So that's the perfect moment to tell everything you have. You know, you can give your ideas. You are free to say what you think.
And through that process, we actually ended up finding a lot of inspiration from a vinyl toy design by our UI artist, who's a huge collector of vinyl toys. I think we knew we'd hit the right design when we'd hit that sweet spot of the character feeling like you could achieve the movements you wanted to make, but you didn't feel overly athletic.
So when the concept artist has locked down the character design, he will then go on to create a model sheet or turnaround, which means that it will create left and right and back and front versions of that 2D character. Those shapes are then translated into 3D by the 3D artist. And through that process, we found out some details that we couldn't find through a 2D concept.
Once the character's been modelled by the 3D team, that gets handed over to the animators, and we're basically trying to figure out the rig and range of motion and making sure the proportions are working.
The skeleton of our character, the Fall Guy, is actually strangely close to the ones that were made for the Minions in the Minions movie. We have those super lower hips that are super close to the bottom. And so, because when you see the Minions, when they run, they wiggle their butt a lot. And the Fall Guys do the same. Their butt wiggles a lot because of how the skeleton is.
In this project is been a challenge to overcome the fact that it doesn't have any face expression. So that's the reason we make him with such a long arms and huge body, in order to use his body posture to make him look sad or happy or frustrated. In this game, my favorite character animation is the set snap animation. This is one of those animations we made for when the character wins, so you have to win one stage in order to see this one. I'm sorry about that.
Players will have the opportunity to customize the characters, and that's really important because there's going to be so many on screen and they want to be able to pick themselves out.
It helps you feel attached to your little beam dude as it is running through on its journey between smashing walls and wrecking balls and anything that does it harm, and you just will it to make it towards the end.
You can choose between loads of top and bottom costumes, but you can also mix in and you can change the pattern that's on him, you can change the colors of that pattern, and you can mix and match all of these different elements to create your own and unique Fall Guys.
It does look like the Fall Guy has fallen into a theatre wardrobe and has walked up to the starting line wearing whatever didn't fall off.
For me, it's been kind of returning back to when I was a kid, maybe like 7 or 8 years old, and just thinking up silly ideas like, oh, I want to wear a banana costume or be a pizza slice.
I've done a lot of birds, I've done a frog, a sheep, and a bat. I've done recently a superhero, and I've done a Viking and a ninja.
I really like the pigeon costume just because the head looks ridiculous.
In this game, in this specific project, my favorite costume is the pineapple costume. I love pineapple, so when I saw this costume, I thought that's lovely. I want to buy one of these for me.
We thought about having glowing parts of the costumes, and one day I had the time to do that, and so I made it work with the pirate variant that has that like glowy hook, and he has that super cute little skull on his hat.
My favourite costume is definitely the toucan, because it is kind of comical. It's a bird, but it has these massive teeth going all the way along the beak, and I just think that's really funny.
So now that you know a little bit more about the creation of the Fall Guys, why not enter our Make a Fall Guy competition for your chance to see your design in-game. For more information, check out the link in the description or head over to fallguys.com. Good luck.
Getting to know the players. Who are the characters that you need to watch out for?
Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked me this. The baseball guys are the worst people ever. I stay away from them any chance I get.
The little sucker heads. They're the worst. They're always waiting for you at the end. They know. They're just tossing you off the edge.
Always a Gordon Freeman, so keep your eye on Dr. Freeman. Has been my experience.
Hamburgers. I have a personal vendetta against all hamburgers.
Definitely watch out for the dogs or any of the food products. They're gonna grab you.
Well, they gotta watch out for the pirates because we are the best.
You know, honestly, it's those pigeons, man. Which, I mean, they're not there, but the pigeons and the soda cans.
Are hot dogs and pigeons. Hot dogs and pigeons usually will always give you hugs. And then they'll wait, especially like if you're doing like the fruit matching game, they'll wait until you're all in a pile and then boop, 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 you know, the popcorn move, I like to call it.
Wolves and pigeons, because they like to wait and try to mess you up and block on purpose.
The pigeons. The wolves and the pigeons, which I know I'm on that team, but there's probably a good reason why I'm on that team. So just definitely watch out for the pigeons.
I would say the pigeons. You don't know what they're thinking. They're all over the place. They run in packs. You can't see them. You can't see them.
The pigeons. Screw the pigeons. I hate the pigeons.
Always look out for the pigeons. I should know. I'm Team Pigeon.
Whoever's wearing a bird suit or dinosaur suit, just stay away from them.
The wolf heads, they're all evil. Don't believe anything. The wolves are evil. You see them, push them, and stay away from them.
And now, Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout returns with your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Hey guys, we're back at it again with more Extreme Fall Guys. I'm Mary, hanging out with AJ. Dude, there's been some serious madness going on here, and a lot of discussion, a lot of pigeon discussion. A lot of people do not like those birds. Those bad
not
birds.
at all, and they should not, since they are
What kinds
winning.
of outfits are you liking, and which ones are you not liking in the game? Like, what do you gravitate towards when you choose your outfit?
I usually kind of gravitate towards whatever I have because I don't have that much costume right now, unfortunately. However, I do use the wolf costume quite a lot, or just no costume whatsoever. I feel like just having no costume and just one solid color, especially pink, is actually kind of fits me, right? It seems like right now I'm just one solid color right now too, and it's just kind of solid color has always been my thing. What about you, Mary?
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the naked bean, and I have a lot of respect for when I see them, because if you were to see a naked bean in game, you might think that person's new, they're green, they haven't played this game because they haven't unlocked any skins yet. But that's how you get them, because you see a pink bean running around and zipping and ziving and actually getting that crown, and you have been tricked, my friend. Now, if you were to get your own costume in the game and actually like create a costume, what would you be looking at getting? Like, what would you make?
I actually think about sumo wrestler costume. I want to be a big chunk. I feel like just wearing that feels like I can push everybody as much as possible. And also I want to see sumo wrestlers jump and dive to it. So I feel like that's going to be a nice little slab of sweat that I would love to play with. What about you, Mary?
I think that's a good idea. I like the idea of a sumo wrestler. I could see that in the game. It makes a lot of sense. They already have a ninja, so I feel like it's not too far to get like a big old sumo in there. I think it'll be really cute. They do have a wolf, but I'd like to see a little dog action in there. See, now you can see here that they're already quite naturally bean-shaped. I'll give you a...
They are definitely a nice bean shape.
I mean,
it's just
it's
kind of,
practically-
I had like a little resemblance right here.
Yeah, I mean,
See?
you can really see the resemblance here. The silhouette, basically bean-shaped. I think that you could...
Oh my goodness.
You have to ask permission.
That's true. That's right. That's right. Consent. I need to always consent. That's right.
I think
Such
he's
a
very
cute
aware
little-
of what's going on here. He's ready to go. I think these beans are perfect for the game, and I think we are ready to continue on and find out where are we at with the final round of our contestants here. Again, still in the lead, we have Team Pigeon with 2 solid crowns. In second place, a 3-way tie between Team Pirates, Team Hot Dog, and Team Wolf with 1 crown. And just cutie, adorable Team Space out there in the ether, all the way out there and the edge of the universe with 0 crowns. God bless you guys for showing up today.
It's like, God bless NASA. Seems like there might be, they're maybe differently just going for a different thing. They might not be looking for the crown. They might be looking for another star, universe, or
I mean, they're
planet.
looking for an ass whooping and they got it. You're going to see
Well,
some
that's for
serious
sure.
back and forth between the teams here today, and I want to let you guys know, because I'm sure the audience is asking, what happens if Team Hot Dog, Team Wolf, or Team Pirate get a crown? And that would result in a 4-way tie. Well, we can't have that, can we? So we'd have to have a tiebreaker round in the event that there is a 3 or 4-way tie for first place here. So let's see what happens in this final round. It is interesting because we have no idea what's going to happen besides the fact that Team Space will lose because they didn't do good.
That's right. The fate of Team Space has already been chosen, which is unfortunate. But that is the reality. Sometimes life sucks and sometimes it's good. But for Team Space, seems like darkness is just the end of the tunnel and just can't find the sun.
They're going to have to hold on to that L, but there's still anyone's game besides Space to see if they can take this crown and latch on to that victory. We already see some people dropping in now, so there's some serious action about to be happening on Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Are you excited for this, AJ?
I am very, very excited, Mary, because I can't see. I can't wait if everybody's going to get a crown and no one's going to get crowned. Maybe there's going to be a tiebreaker, maybe not tiebreaker, but sometimes we all know that everybody hates Team Pigeon. Well, not the Team Pigeon, but Pigeon in general. But it seems like Team Pigeon might be one of the most hated amongst all the
Those
teams.
are two in the same here. People hate birds and they hate Team Pigeon, but that doesn't stop them from obtaining this crown. They have as much of a chance as anyone except Team Space. Now we're seeing Team Hot Dog with the view of Bloody Faster going through DoorDash. You have to get through these doors. Now, there is a misconception to be first here. Sometimes that's not a really good strat, is it, AJ?
No, you want to let everybody do the job and then kind of look at them from the far behind, because sometimes you can hit the wall and just kind of get completely shut down. That's why you want to test the waters with other people, and that's how you kind of survive life as well. You sometimes do not want to go forward. You just kind of wait
we got
it out,
Bloody Faster
look it out,
kind of
and
in a bad spot here. She's not doing too hot here. She's finding herself, I would say, in the last fourth. And it doesn't mean she can't make it through, because you can get 45 to qualify, but if she doesn't get through this door, she's going to be in some serious hurt. This could be a race to the finish. Will she qualify? This is going to be a qualify.
It does. That was a great round over. Everybody seems to be qualified. There we go. We got Team Hot Dog. Everybody seems like they have qualified, which is great.
Uh-oh, this is a problem.
Now, Team Wolf, that's right. This is the seesaw round. This, for Gina,
I barely survived that. That was
like it was going.
I barely survived that. That was
go
like
ahead, jump right up. And this seesaw really is going to be a trickster. It seems like you can see people's greed right in there. Sometimes you want to go ahead, everybody goes into one single thread, and everybody just knocks down the seesaw. Everybody can't get up, and then it's just hell afterward. But it seems like
Jerbeagley diving towards the end here. It's a very exciting match here to go back and forth on. You're seeing Jerbeagley running on, diving on to the proper times. It's really cool to see someone dive at the exact right moment. We've seen some mistake dives where it's actually not worked out for the player. But Jerbeagley killing it over here. Perfect dive, going across the center. She's gonna make it all the way. She's gotta find that edge. She's got the time. She can do whatever she wants. There's the time to do the crime. She's gonna make it. Now we're gonna move on here. We got Nozbini, 99.
The one who got the crown for Team Wolf. Is he gonna make the qualifier though? It seems like he might not be able to. And we also, these SD89 has already qualified, it seems like. But there we go. Look-see Games unfortunately get eliminated right here.
Unfortunate for her to not be able to make that final round here, but they can all be winners, as we've said before. So we're gonna immediately move on. We have Technique. Now, we have seen some serious, amazing moves from Technique. This guy has put in the time. You know he knows what he's doing, perfectly dodging those fans. Now here, this is not for the little baby boys here. You gotta be able to perfectly time that ramp so that you do not get smacked by that fan, which takes you all the way back. He's going for the center. Now this is intense. This is not easy. Dude, he got smacked on the tushy for not doing it properly. He's gonna have to continue and go around the edges. He's doing so seamlessly, and as you can see, only one qualifier. He's gonna easily make it through this round.
That was, it seems like Distracted Elf was able to do a little shortcut, but, there we go. She gets back right up in the middle, and now she just gotta wait and wait and wait. But it seems like she will be able to get it in. There we go.
Go, Distracted Elf!
Pigeon.
Now we're gonna see Bonsai Baby here suffering a little bit. Bonsai has to go, turn herself around. There she goes. And she's gotta be able to get there. She's gonna have to jump if she wants to do this. Now that's a technique that we start with. She did not get through. She has been removed from the competition. And now we were on a team play. This is egg realm. They are grabbing these eggs. They have to bring them back into their own nests, avoiding those hammers, and they have to get through and make sure that their team has enough eggs to pass through. You're seeing Team Yellow in trouble here. Team Red looking pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, they are Team Pirates, and they always hoard all these treasures, and right now they're just hoarding those eggs, and it seems like it's working. And there we go. Now it seems like Team Yellow does not have any eggs to steal, so they are going after Team Blue's eggs. And let's see if they can keep on getting, tosses the egg. It seems like it's their defense. Team Blue is really strong defense, and they are protecting their eggs.
I mean, this is just not a Cinderella moment for Team Yellow. It is an absolute massacre out here for Team Yellow, but we're not really caring about them right now. We're watching Green Dumpling own Team Red. He is continuing to keep his lead here, stopping Blue from stealing eggs, and he is just kind of containing the situation successfully.
Nice and easy.
And now we got Team Pigeon surviving on these rolling blocks. So let's see if they can actually survive here. So now this is gonna be tough because now she's in a really tough place where there's holes everywhere and there's a lot of people. And where there's a lot of people, you might be able to just jump, but then gets bumped into a little hole and fall into the pink slush. So let's see if they can keep on surviving. They still got a long way to go. 8 more need to be eliminated, and they are still standing strong, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, they're still doing good here. This is one of these where you just have to survive long enough. Sometimes it seems like there's not a lot going on, and that's actually a good thing. You do not want to fall here. You want to stay away from your competitors. You do not want to touch those bouncy balls over there, and you want to make sure that you don't fall into the pink viscous goo. You must survive until the timer is up, or 12 people have been eliminated, and that has not happened at this time, so they will continue to run and not fall, as is tradition.
Yes, tradition indeed, Mary. And now it seems like finally there's 9 eliminated, 3 more to go. Technique using its technique to just keep on surviving. I'm sorry, I wasn't really intended for that pun, but it just kind of came out. I apologize for that, but let's just keep on watching and see.
You should. He is qualified. I am proud of him for continuing on. We are now seeing one we have not seen before. This is hoop jump. You got to jump through these hoops. They do disappear after someone runs through them after a certain amount of time. So there's only so many times you can run through the hoops. When you get through a hoop, you get a little bit of points for your team, and the lowest amount of hoops jumped through, that team is eliminated. As you can see right now, Red in danger. We are watching Nospimi99 from Team Wolf. She is on, we're on Team Blue, and he is running through those hoops, trying to get as many as he can for his team. I think he's qualifying. Good job.
That was a close round. Everybody had over 50, and there's just one more hoop, and they would have been just a tie to it, which was crazy. All right, so Team Pirates with this don't fall off wall round. Let's see if they can keep on surviving, keep the cool going, keep on jumping, just try not to get hit or pretty much at the end, everybody gets all clustered and then started pushing each around. So this is a little tough round, but it seems like they have qualified. Team Pirates.
Good job. It's a real good qualification for Green Dumpling, who held his cool even while wearing a full pirate costume. Hats off to him for keeping it up and actually committing to the bit. He knows what he's doing. So does D-Tune, who just qualified. Now let's check out Apex Arcade from Team Hot Dog. It has been a rough go. We are seeing a lot of qualifications. This is great. Parallax, Stella pushing the ball ahead, but they must get it in before anyone else. And they have Team Blue getting in their way. They must get the ball into the end zone before Yellow. Will they beat Yellow? This is a fight to the finish. Oh my God, they're duking it out.
We are winning 69-70. I was gonna say
somebody punch somebody. They have to get it past Team Yellow. I've never seen this. You're seeing a very bitter fight to the finish. Technique very concerned here. He knows he's in trouble. They must get that ball through. They are in serious trouble. You see Yellow starting to make more progress. What is he gonna do? Technique, do you have a technique for this? You must get that ball out of that corner. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. This is it. This could be it for them. They have to get Yellow. Oh, the Yellow's almost through. This is gonna be it. They're gonna be they're gonna get out. They will be disqualified. Eliminated.
So Vision is eliminated. So here we go. This is actually exciting. So if anyone else except for Team Space gets the crown, that's gonna be
we'll have a tie. Where we are at the fruit dash, you got to be able to jump up this ramp without getting hit by too many pieces of fruit. Kung Fu quickness, back in the action, easily qualifying as number 8 out of 12. Good for him. And now we're seeing Apex also qualifying. Anyone else? Round over. Now where are we at here? Nospimi
3 down. No, Steamy
Back on the
has
dark clock.
They got baited. They got baited. Is he gonna survive it again and try to get another crown for Team Wolf?
Nope. Good. I'm out.
It
This
seems
is
like
gonna be
right
a
now
tight
it's very
finish
slow.
here.
Oh, he fell.
Last man
Very
standing
slow.
here.
Oh no, someone is in trouble over there. They fall.
So you can see how the bottoms of this clock actually do fall after a certain amount of time. You can see them shake before they fall, which should give the players the ability to know to dodge and get out of the way. Now you're seeing No Speedy using a pretty good technique here, but they are on a shaking platform. They have to get off this platform. They must get on the safety platform while still continuing to jump over and dodge and continue to go on until there is only one left. Here we go. Who's gonna be it?
Which is going to be the shaky platform, because you don't ever know. It could be this one or the one over there that there's no one there. He's able to jump over there. He might be able to jump everything smoothly, but it's a little too far. Is No Steamy going to jump over there, or just going to stay here and just keep on staying
They're going to
safe?
wait it out to see which one is shaky at this stage. You can tell that everybody's kind of hoping that it's the one that they're... No Speedy! Getting knocked out! Could not handle the pressure. That was a really rough ride for him. I saw that mile away, absolutely dinged off of the platform, smacked down into the viscous goo. Let's see how Apex Arcade is handling this situation right here. Looks like it's going pretty well, AJ.
Yes, he is actually on one of the top, and his teammate is also on the top too. So Team Hot Dog is actually standing strong here. So now this is going to be a little tough, because you don't want to actually distract each other here, but he is using a dive and jump, and he actually successfully landed on the next level rather than just completely falling through. It seems like he actually decided to jump through the purple and now kind of go ahead and keep on getting that jump in, trying to do, pretty much make that platform disappear slowly as much as possible. So let's see if Apex Arcade can survive. Oh, he dives and was able to jump. That was close. Sometimes those dive jumps are gonna get tricky. You get stuck and you won't be able to jump in and try to get that another hex going. So here we go. He is doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're seeing Apex Arcade actually look below him to see what's coming up here. So what's really fascinating about his technique is not only is he able to jump ahead, he's looking for what's below. He must be able to land. He must be able to land. Eliminated.
Did you win?
No crown! No crown! We are down to Dumpling here. We gotta see if Green Dumpling can pull out a crown for his team, running through the tiles, removing them as quick as possible here, trying to make sure that they are able to survive long enough. There is still 5 contenders, as you can see in the top, and it is the last person standing. So, who is gonna make it? Oh no, early mistakes here. Early mistakes here. This is gonna cost him. He's already gone through 3 rounds. He's only got 1 left. What's his plan of action here?
Pretty tough, because there's only 6 people competing in this round, so there's not going to be that much hex disappearing that quickly. So he wants to actually try to jump and make this platform disappear as slowly as possible, but it seems like he's just completely running through so he can completely distract others. So when they jump down, they can just completely fall. But I don't know if this plan is going to work. There's another person pretty much running around.
No! He got tripped up on his own feet. That might be it for him, and it might be it for the team. Unfortunate to see. You hate to see it, AJ.
Is devastating to see a crown that was so close. Oh no! It seems like actually just in time won.
That's it. That is the round. I believe there were no crowns had in that last round. That is unfortunate to end on such losses, but we had a lot of wins today. We had several crowns snagged by our competitors, and I was impressed with the level of competitiveness we saw from all of our players, AJ.
Yes, that's right, Mary. It's actually really insane that there was 5 rounds happening, and during that 5 rounds, at least we had 5 crowns that we know of. So that's actually
out for grabs. Yeah, it's incredible to see. Let's look at the final tally mark. We have Team Space in third place with 0 crowns. We have a 3-way tie for second place. Team Pirates with 1 crown, Team Hot Dog 1 crown, Team Wolf 1 crown, and Team Pigeon with 2 crowns. There's a reason people hate those birds.
And the Pigeon has proved it right.
The proof is in the Pigeon, AJ. It's incredible to see. I'm very proud of them. The grand prize for all of the competitors on Team Pigeon will be receiving 50,000 kudos in-game, 10 in-game crowns, and a physical custom patch delivered to these amazing competitors for all of their incredible work. We are so proud of you, and dang it, Team Space, what happened?
I know, that was... Well, at least they have competed and maybe they found something else. Maybe an odyssey. They were going on a journey and maybe that experience is what they wanted and not to win. So in that case, they won in a way.
Yeah,
however,
they won in a way too. What a nice, we're gonna send them a certificate of like appreciation for participating. Let's go check out some of the highlights from this game and see what actually happened to lead us to 0 crowns in our final, but we had some good action nevertheless. We did have, let's see, what are we looking at here? Qualification, easy from technique, always.
Oh, here we go. This is the last moment where Green Dumpling survives the wall.
Incredible. You love to see it. He really had some beautiful moments there. Very impressive. This is a sad moment here for Team Technique. Team Technique here. Unable.
But those yellow teams just pushed it away. Yellows were like, we want the crown.
To get
And
that ball. Fruit
Qualifying,
dash
jumping
qualification. Stunning from Team Hot Dog. Very impressive action here. And then finally, this is where you see all of it really go down here. You have to be able to walk onto these platforms with such delicate nature. And you see some really good moves here from Aphex, but he's not able to pull it together. Where does it go wrong?
Yeah, it's actually right here where he wasn't really looking at the bottom of the blue tiles and he was trying to just survive the yellow tiles and he completely screwed himself over where he just couldn't find any other yellow map.
Yeah, he dinked the top of his hot dog and was not able to secure the crown. You can see here as well, Green Dumpling absolutely tripping on his own feet. It's a shame. You'd think that they would actually have some kind of like ability to run around and protect that final crown, but he just wasn't able to pull it out. So it's unfortunate, but we still have a victor here, and that victor is the birds.
Pigeon!
Woo! Go Team Pigeon. You guys are killing it. This was some serious action. We did a lot today, AJ.
Definitely a lot. Well, we were sitting down and watching him a lot and enjoying our jelly beans that we were paying for. So that was fine. That was actually really fun and enjoyable as well.
It's important to get paid for all your hard work, and I believe that we've earned these jellies. I hope that everybody in the audience was able to unclench towards the end there. If you do find yourself clenching for another hour, please see a doctor. I hope you've had a lot of high octane action today. I know I did, AJ.
I did too, Mary. All right,
now,
so
we're not done yet. We have an interview. Let's check it out.
An interview, and we want to go ahead and check that out too. But before our interview for the winners, we are gonna go ahead and see these little clips as well. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after these messages.
Getting to know the players. What's your favorite stage in Fall Guys?
My favorite stage would be the hexagon. I love the hexagon level. I think it gives you can be more strategic in that one. It gives you a little bit of room to outplay the people you're up against.
Definitely the hexagons would be the best. It's skill. You can outsmart your opponent, stay one step ahead, and that's your time to shine.
The hexagon stage. If you stay above everyone and take your time, you got it.
The tail stage. The tail stage is just hilarious, I think, because you can go run around, tag people.
It's the one where it's just a circle and it has a bar spinning low and then has 2 bars spinning high. I like that one. I forgot the name though.
I forget what it's called, but it's one that's got the 2 spinning bars. One of them that's double-ended and one that's small. The pink and the green one. I love that one.
Jump Club. Yes, that's the one.
Yes, that's it.
The tile matching memory game. That one's really fun because I love the panic at the last second.
Oh, I love the egg scramble.
It's the one where you're running up the hill and there are fruits pelting you as you run up the hill.
Fruit shoot.
Fruit Chew, that one.
I really like Fruit Shoot, even though I would like it even more if I had a sword.
DoorDash is definitely one of my favorite stages.
Actually, I think the DoorDash one. It's just running headfirst into the doors and total RNG. Whether they open up there for you with this loving embrace like you're going to grandma's house, or you slam your head into it like you've had, unfortunately, a bad drinking experience and you think you can just run through a door head first.
Slime Climb is absolutely my favorite stage. It's 50-50 for if I ever make it to the end, but I think the combination of having it be a race to the finish, all of the different obstacles, there's just a lot to think about and a lot to sort of make sure to keep your mind in the game, and I love that it every time it keeps me on my toes.
Seesaw.
The seesaw level is a great leveler for everyone because it's not necessarily about a race. Like it's a bit, there's more skill involved in the seesaw level, and you got to take your time, you got to do it right. Even if you fall behind, there's still a way you could get to the end. So yeah, probably the seesaw level.
Honestly, Seesaw is one of my favorite, but getting to the final stage is also the best.
Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be right back after these messages.
Never dreamed anybody could kiss that away, bring me bliss that away. What a kiss that away, what a wonderful feeling to feel that away. Tell me, where have you been all my life? Oh, hot diggity dog, diggity boom, what you do to me? It's so new to me. What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, diggity boom, what you do? When you're holding me tight. What you do to me? What you do to me? Hot diggity dog, diggity boom. What you do to me when you're holding me tight? Oh, hot diggity dog, diggity boom. What you do to me? All my future will shine. Hot diggity dog, diggity boom. What you do to me from the moment you're mine? Hot dog.
Getting to know the players. What's your favorite stage that you're bad at?
I'm gonna have to give it to the Seesaws on this one.
Everything that's not Seesaw.
I would say Hexagon.
The final stage of Hexagon, but I love it, and I wish it wasn't a final stage so I could play it some more.
Oh man, the stage I really suck at is Fruit Shoot. I don't know what it is. I try to cheat a little bit by staying to the sides, but it just never goes my way, and I just always lose.
Tail grab. I normally try to hide between a wall, kind of like third person hiding, and I jump out and grab them. But you know, they could just get your tail back at the end.
Probably the rolly one that has like 5 different sections of the rolls in different directions.
The soccer one, I forgot what it's called. The one with the 2 balls. That thing, I despise it that much. I don't want to know the name. The teams, I scream at everyone, even though I'm the bigger problem.
The egg, the nesting egg, the team egg. Team egg is I'm awful at it, but I will hoard the golden egg with my life.
What's the slime one called again?
That slime stage where, you got the pistons pushing.
The one where you the slime slowly rises and you have to run up the ramps and stuff.
Slime Climb sucks, and I hate it.
I really like Slime Climb, but I have not yet beaten it. Soon, though. Soon.
Slime Climb.
I love that one, but the things that look like ice cream sandwiches halfway up where everyone gets super chaotic, I always get bounced off of that onto the little bouncy pad, and then I just get stuck down there in a never-ending loop of trying to climb back up.
And now, Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout returns with your hosts, Hightension Gaijin and Merrykish.
Welcome back to Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Edition. I'm Mary, delighted to be joined by AJ. We had an intense round, 5 full rounds of competition of Fall Guys action, but there can only be one winner, and we have them here for you so we can have a little exclusive interview and learn a little bit about the secrets of the trade. With us, we will be talking to Distracted Elf, Parallax Stella, Bonsai Baby, and Technique. Congrats!
Congratulations, Team Gaijin!
We did it!
You won!
Let's go.
So, I want to ask, first and foremost, how do you feel now about winning?
Awesome.
And being
good.
obviously.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. We sealed the dubs.
I mean, yeah, we did it.
I'm a
Enough that I'm gonna get myself ramen tonight. Ooh, celebration ramen.
I mean, I'm a little upset, honestly, because I messed up on 2. We could have been 4.
Yeah, we could have 4.
It's okay. We
But-
still got
and then we got sabotaged by the last one. But you know what? My team right here, they were awesome. They were awesome. They took direction. They went ham, and yeah, it was great.
I mean, and Tech was a massive ringer in terms of getting the actual crowns.
Yeah. No, I'll admit, Tech. I've been like, I watch a lot of your Twitter feeds, and I was like, oh man, he's such a big troll. I hope he's on my team. I hope he's on my team. And then I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Tech's on my team.
Carried.
Yeah, Technique was really pulling out all the stops. I do think that Technique did an incredible job with the team. 2 crowns for your team. Congratulations. You could have had 4, but little did you know the other teams had a hard time getting 2. So you pulled out the victory for you guys. Congratulations. We saw a lot of good. We saw a lot of good moves out there, but I saw some really good strats. Did you guys ever have a sliver of doubt, or did you feel it in your jellies that you were going to win today?
I think I felt
Oh, I mean, you should have heard us during the last round when we got eliminated by that ball rolling section. We were watching the Devolver stream along with everybody else, just going, "Come on, win! If nobody else wins, we're gonna win."
We were cursing the other team as we were watching. I was hexing on the hex level and cursing the wolf to fall off. It was so good.
There was a rollabout. The rollabout stage, there was one where it was going forever. It wouldn't stop. And we needed one more person off. So I was like, yo, I'm doing it. I'm taking one off. And I took him out, and I was happy about it. But I thought we were about to lose that one. Because it got crazy fast. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I actually looking at all those matches, I saw some like team strats happening, especially like in Hexagon too. So did you guys get together and talk about strats, or did you train with it before this whole thing?
No. That's just live communication, like on the ground. Yeah.
So
On the
Bonzo, can you
ground.
explain the one where you just destroyed the entire bottom?
That one I have to thank randomly searching on Reddit for things. I went and did a little bit of research, and they're like, yeah, it's really risky, but if you just like get to the bottom the fastest and then kill everything on the bottom and leave it for yourself, that you mean I just trapped myself though because I didn't make a big enough hole.
Yeah,
It was a really good tactic, though.
Yeah, I went in with a personal tactic, and that was like pull at least one person down 3 levels with me, so they can break tiles faster with me, and I got my team breaking tiles, and then I pulled them down beyond that. So I go on the side of them, and there's a way to actually direct your pulls. So I pull the person beside me to make them fall down, and then get them in the level, and then they eventually fall. So that was my tactic. It's something I'm practicing though, so it's not soundproof, but it won me 2 matches.
The only thing I could think of from Hexagon was making one crazy dive and then just falling anyway. So that's what I remember.
That was incredible. You guys did such a good job. From each of you, what was your favorite moment from the competition today?
Ooh.
Egg
I would say a
scramble.
lot.
Egg scramble. Yeah, egg
He
scramble.
handled egg scramble. Oh my god.
I really
You know,
like
I've
the
also
one-
got. Wait. Oh, go ahead,
Go ahead.
Monza.
No, you go.
No, you. No, you.
Oh, you.
Okay, fine. I really liked the one that the moment that Technique was talking about where they grabbed someone on the last second of rollout and just pushed them off. That was pure toxic pigeon energy, and I love it.
No, I think for me it was the hoop one where we were like, you guys were falling 10 points behind, and then like, no, we got this, and then suddenly you guys got into first place on that. So I like that one.
Yeah, that was pretty great too.
I forgot about that. It's been such a
Awesome.
long morning.
Oh, man. So I gotta
man.
ask this though: who do you think is the MVP of this
Oh,
team?
I mean,
Pigeon?
it's Technique. It's Technique, hands down.
Yeah, hands down. Thank you for carrying us through the
Guys,
competition.
I wanted to see if people are like, no, me actually doing all the hard work.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
It worked so well because we were all like, no, you.
Yeah.
nah, I couldn't do it without them. They're like that hoop one. I felt like a dictator. I was like, yo, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that. Don't do it. I was like, Stella, go ahead. I'm gonna pull this guy as soon as he jumps in the ring. We pulled him. She went in. Like it was like on point.
Yeah.
It was on point. So I couldn't. Those team ones, if I couldn't do it by myself. So the whole team was glorious. I just used my knowledge that I did playing many hours of this game, and they were a great team. Nobody argued whatsoever. Everyone was having fun, laughing. One person went down. Everybody was cheering that person on. That person was still watching, cheering us on, scouting out for us. So it was great. What a great competition.
Now, would you guys be willing to defend your title in case any of our other competitors do come for that crown that you guys had today? You secured this victory, but are you willing to try again if somebody were to challenge you?
100.
Oh God.
I will be stronger than ever when the challenge comes.
Do it.
Well, that's good to know. You guys were the victors today, and to the victors go the spoils. Your grand prize, 50,000 kudos in-game,
Yes.
10
Ooh, so
in-game
good.
crowns, and a custom physical patch to each of our incredible victors. Just one more round of applause for you guys. Is there anything else you guys want the audience to know?
Team Pidgeotto. If we got toxic energy, we bring energy and hype, baby.
Yeah, Team
Yes.
Pigeons. Peck 'em and wreck 'em.
Heck those nerds.
You know, it's funny. Earlier, we asked all the people to say which creation character they hated the most, and everybody agreed they hated birds the most. And my God, did that really come to fruition today? Because the birds stomped on everyone else.
That's what we like. That's like what we like
That's
to
what
hear
we
right
do.
there.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
I
equally
feel
hate
like
the birds too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like them. Anytime I see them in game, I'm just as toxic. But I don't like the wolves more than the birds.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
like.
from this now that you're Team Pigeon and you won the whole title, are you gonna keep on using the pigeon costume, or are you gonna just kind of branch out to other costumes just because you don't want to be branded pigeon?
I mean, I like my trash dove. It's very pretty trash dove.
Trash doves. Huh?
I'm trash.
Yeah,
We actually all made backstories to all of our.
Oh yeah, we all have backstories to all of our
So
seasons.
we're kind of like personally connected with these characters now. We can't just let them go.
Yeah, you can't just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of beautiful gutter birds, and you did secure the very first win in Extreme Fall Guys. So one more, again, congrats to our victors. Good job, you guys. Thanks a lot for participating.
Thank you.
Again, they were Distracted Elf, Parallax Stella, Bonsai Baby, and Technique.
Go check out their streams. If you're not watching them right now, you should be. They are live right now playing some serious Fall Guys action. They were incredible. Just amazing. Just love these guys. They did such a good job with their competition. They had it. They had the focus. They had the communication. I love that they worked together, even if they didn't plan it, which blew my mind, actually, that they didn't plan it, that they just naturally worked so cohesively, AJ.
Exactly. I had no doubt. I thought they had their own training going on. Everybody had their own little motives during the pretty much the final moments of Hexagon too. But I was surprised that everybody was just kind of like synced together out of nowhere without even talking to each other or training or planning ahead. So that was great to see. I wish I get to see people like that and have a friend that I could play with like that in Fall Guys as well. But unfortunately, I'm a lone ranger. I just play alone and get eliminated all the time. So maybe sometimes, maybe I can play with anybody else too.
Hold your tears in, AJ. Let's keep it together before we finish this show.
Yeah, that's
oh
right.
my God.
That's right.
Every time we do a show, he cries. You guys, I'm so excited.
Emotions, just everything gets up, it's great though. That was definitely this whole show. It was great able to see more techniques and that I can apply to my own gameplay. So I hope that I can be able to win more crowns and get more costumes other than just being naked and walking around, right? So that's
it's true. At the very bottom, we all come out naked and alone. And if you continue to succeed in life, you can eventually obtain a crown. And that's what we saw here today. Truly a Cinderella story. You can do it. You can get out there and you can get those crowns. We saw it today. You guys saw some awesome competition. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. AJ, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
All right, I enjoyed this event too, and you can find me at twitch.tv/HiGai. It's short for Hightension Gaijin, HIGHGAI. I usually stream in Japanese mainly, and then have a little bit of English here and there. So you might be a little confused of seeing me all of a sudden speaking all the time Japanese out of nowhere. But there is a lot of shake weight action happening, some workout happening, some crazy dance moves, and then some Japanese variety show punishment as well. So if you are a sadistic bastard, come on, join in on the fun, and maybe you might be able to punish me as well. So that did not sound great.
What a sales pitch.
Yeah,
you guys can punish him. You can observe. As you can see, he's not afraid to cry. Thank you, AJ. I am excited to be here as well. My name is Merrykish. You guys can find me streaming Merrykish below. I stream a lot of indie games like Fall Guys. It's always fun to have you guys hang out with me, so feel free to join along. Sometimes I may wear this hot dude costume again because it looks pretty good. I find it a bit slimming. It's nice. I like it. Thanks.
You got rid of the tie, didn't
you? Oh yeah, I'm not professional anymore. I'm just a hot
very
dog.
End, you had it together until the end.
I almost did it, but thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, AJ, for hanging out with me all day. Thank you guys for joining in on this awesome competition. You just saw the very first Extreme Fall Guys challenge. It was incredible. Lots of victories, a couple losses. Oh my God, Team Space. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good time, and we'll see you guys on the next Extreme Fall Guys challenge.
All contestants have been compensated for their time. Special thanks to Twitch rivals. Demand the arrest of the men who murdered Breonna Taylor. Thank you for watching Extreme Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and enjoy more quality programming at twitch.tv/DevolverDigital.